Dislike my poor talent. Don't cry when I go Super Saiyan. Chapter 76. Grass. If I can't beat you, why don't I run away? What's the big deal? I end up committing suicide. Do you want to humiliate me? No way. Sha Fengyu gritted his teeth and made a decision in his heart. Although he is not Lu Zhen's opponent. But he won't sit back and wait to be humiliated by Lu Zhen. Soon. The battle begins. Amidst the exclamations of the audience, the contestants turned into a ray of light and disappeared. The next second, an urban ruins battlefield appeared. This terrain is very suitable for Lao Lu to hide. There are dilapidated high-rise buildings everywhere. After Lu Zhen arrived, he looked at his surroundings. When he found no one, he ran in a random direction with a strange smile on his face. Sha Fengyu, here I come. In the real environment, due to legal reasons, warriors cannot fight with each other. So Lu Zhen couldn't do anything if he wanted to teach Sha Fengyu a lesson. But this is a virtual arena and there are not so many rules. Lu Zhen would not let go of this opportunity to deal with him. Lu Zhen ran forward and soon met his opponent. I saw two people fighting in front of me. Lu Zhen's appearance shocked them. Not good. It's Lu Zhen. Run quickly. Seeing Lu Zhen, the two people who were fighting just now were so frightened that they turned around and ran away. If it were someone else, maybe they could still deal with it. But Lu Zhen is still at the 5th level of the mortal martial realm, and this kind of strength is not something they can face head-on. Hey, don't be afraid. Seeing the two people running away, Lu Zhen couldn't help but want to laugh. With a quick step, he appeared in front of a person and blocked his way. Hello. Lu Zhen greeted him with a wicked smile. Hello Lu Zhen. The man replied with a bitter look on his face. Lu Zhen asked, have you met Sha Fengyu? The man immediately shook his head. I haven't seen it before. Oh, I'm sorry about that. Lu Zhen said lightly. The next second, a punch came out. Puff. The man's body was directly turned into bloody water by the punch, splashing to the ground. Then, Lu Zhen rushed towards the other person who had just escaped. The man's speed was not slow. After running a few kilometers, he stopped. Fortunately, Lu Zhen went after that guy. It should be safe now. The man leaned against the wall and took a deep breath, thinking he was safe. But before he could recover, a voice came from behind. Brother, why are you running? Lu Zhen walked over slowly with a smirk on his face. Seeing Lu Zhen, the man was shocked. He ran so far and caught up so quickly. Looking at the man's fearful expression, Lu Zhen smiled and said, have you seen Sha Fengyu? The man was stunned for a moment, then shook his head. I haven't seen it before. Lu Zhen sighed softly. I'm sorry then. As soon as he finished speaking, he punched directly. Puff. There was another pool of blood, and the corpse turned into light and disappeared. Then, Lu Zhen rushed forward again. Every time he saw someone, Lu Zhen would ask them if they had met Sha Fengyu. If you haven't seen them before, just punch them out. This scene made everyone watching the battle dumbfounded. How much resentment Lu Zhen has towards Sha Fengyu. He was chasing Sha Fengyu the whole time. If Sha Fengyu knew that Lu Zhen was chasing him, he would probably be scared to death. Listen to the audience. Wang Desheng shook his head and smiled. I thought he had forgotten the conflict with Sha Fengyu. I didn't expect him to hold a grudge. Sha Fengyu is going to be in trouble now. Lu Bo on the side smiled and said, it's good to hold a grudge. Be upright and above board, not like that white-eyed wolf like Sha Fengyu, who is ungrateful. You deserve to be chased by Lu Zhen. At the same time, the preparation room of Longteng High School. When Longteng saw this scene, he became worried about Sha Fengyu. Lu Zhen is a lunatic. It's been so long, is it necessary to keep holding on to it? If you don't play a good game, you will keep chasing Sha Fengyu. Is it interesting? Longteng cursed Lu Zhen in his heart. With Sha Fengyu's strength, even if he is not Lu Zhen's opponent, he can easily win second place. But if Lu Zhen keeps chasing him like this, he will be caught sooner or later. At that time, let alone the runner-up, whether it can be ranked in the top 10 is still a question. On the battlefield, Lu Zhen is constantly looking for new opponents. And those opponents, without exception, all chose to escape after being discovered by him. No, Lu Zhen met another opponent. As soon as he saw him, he turned around and ran away. The speed is quite fast. Lu Zhen quickly walked up and caught him directly. Why are you running? Lu Zhen asked. The man was about to cry but had no tears, so he begged in a pleading tone. Lu Zhen, brother Lu. I participated in the high school martial arts club for 3 years, and my results were outside the 20th place every year. This year I managed to get into the top 10 right away. Okay, just let me go. I really want to experience what it feels like to be in the top 10. Seeing the man's pleading look, Lu Zhen felt dumbfounded. Was he that terrible? But thinking about it, I do seem a bit scary. No one who encounters me can run away. Lu Zhen smiled at him and said, I can let you go, but you have to tell me where Sha Fengyu is first. Sha Fengyu. The man laughed happily instantly. I know where he is. He's near the ruins of the old city to the west. I just saw him fighting with someone over there. I couldn't beat him, so I ran away. He should still be near the ruins of the old city. Upon hearing this, Lu Zhen quickly clicked on the map. Near the old town on the west side. It's the opposite direction from me. No wonder no one knows about it even after I asked. Okay, since you told me Sha Fengyu's location, I'll let you go. After saying that, Lu Zhen didn't wait for the man to respond, and ran toward the ruins of the old city to the west with wind at his feet. Seeing Lu Zhen's leaving figure, the man breathed a sigh of relief and collapsed on the ground in exhaustion. Huh. Finally gone. Scared me to death. No, we can't wander around like this anymore, we have to find a place to hide. He let me go this time, but I won't be so lucky next time. The ruins of the old city to the west. Su Shengnian was fighting an opponent, and the two fought extremely fiercely. 3 styles of flowing swords. Cut. Under Su Shengnian's domineering sword, the opponent was finally killed by her. Su Shengnian exhaled, slowly put the knife into its sheath, and was about to leave when a voice came from behind. As expected of Miss Su. The sword skills are really fierce. Chu Fugi walked over slowly carrying a spear. Seeing the visitor, Su Shengnian sneered. You guy, you haven't been eliminated yet. Chu Fugi smiled and said, you underestimate me. With my strength, not to mention the top 10, the top 20 is also easy. It's so easy to be eliminated. Su Shengnian said. Then why don't you run away when you see me? Do you want me to eliminate you with my own hands? Chu Fugi smiled and said. We are so familiar, can you bear to eliminate me? Su Shengnian sneered. This is an individual competition. No matter how familiar we are still opponents. Instead of giving the points to others, why not give them to me? As he spoke, Su Shengnian made a gesture as if he was about to draw his sword. Seeing this, Chu Fugi sighed helplessly. It's so boring, I'm just kidding you, you actually pulled out a knife on me. I'm so sad. That's all, I'd better go somewhere else and have a look. Su Shengnian has a cold nature and doesn't like to joke. Chu Fugi knew that in this competition environment, she would really draw a knife on him. Su Shengnian's sword skills are fierce, and it's really hard to win against him. Just when Chu Fugi wanted to leave, a voice came from a high building. Yo! Isn't this an old friend? Where are you going? Sha Fengyu stood on the top of the tall building with 2 swords in his hands, looking at the 2 people below him with a playful expression. Seeing Sha Fengyu, Su Shengnian and Chu Fugi frowned, feeling something bad. Brother Chu, long time no see. Sha Fengyu looked down at the 2 of them and said with a joking smile. Chu Fugi forced a smile. It turns out to be Brother Sha. Haven't seen you for a long time. How have you been recently? It's okay. Sha Fengyu said with a proud face. I just recently broke through the mortal martial realm. Chu Fugi patted his head and said regretfully, look at my memory, you have broken through such a big thing as the mortal martial realm. I didn't come to congratulate you immediately. My bad. You have broken through the mortal martial realm at this age, and your future is limitless. After the game is over, I'll treat you to dinner. Hearing this, Sha Fengyu's vanity was greatly satisfied. He smiled and said, then I'd like to thank you in advance. You're welcome. Chu Fugi smiled and said. Then it's okay, Katsuo and I will leave first. Saying that, Chu Fugi gave Su Shengnian a look. Su Shengnian understood immediately and quickly followed Chu Fugi's pace. Sha Fengyu is in the mortal martial realm, and neither of them combined is his opponent. If you don't leave, you will die. Etc. Just when Chu Fugi and Su Shengyan were about to leave, Sha Fengyu's voice came from behind again. The two of them froze on the spot, not daring to take another step forward. Sha Fengyu made a long jump and landed directly in front of them. He looked at the two of them with eyes like looking at prey. Brother Chu, it's hard to meet us, don't leave in a hurry. Chu Fugi smiled and said, what's wrong, Brother Sha? Do you have anything else to say? Sha Fengyu looked at Chu Fugi and Su Shengyan jokingly and said, I've seen this girl before. Is she a new student recruited by your Shuijing High School this year? Chu Fugi smiled and said, haha, I didn't expect you to know Shengyan too. Yes, Katsuo just joined Shuijing High School this year and is in the elite class of the first year of high school. Hearing this, Sha Fengyu's eyes changed instantly. You seem to have an A- level talent, right? Why don't such talented people come to our Longtang High School? Sha Fengyu looked at Su Shengyan in a questioning tone. Su Shengyan looked at him coldly and didn't reply. Sha Fengyu asked again, answer me. Why don't you come to Longtang High School? The atmosphere changed instantly. Chu Fugi felt bad and was about to say something calming. Su Shengyan directly pulled out his horizontal knife and pointed it at Sha Fengyu. Who do you think you are and you dare to question me? Ignore you and you're getting angry. If you want to fight, just say it. What nonsense. Hearing this, Sha Fengyu sneered. Brother Chu, I wanted to let you go. But you also saw that she didn't give face. Then you can't blame me. Saying that, Sha Fengyu slowly took out the two swords behind him. Seeing this, Chu Fugi quickly said, no need, no need. Everyone is a friend. This is competition again. Isn't it good to be nice and get good grades? That's enough. Su Shengyan interrupted Chu Fugi directly. Chu Fugi, you are afraid of him, but I am not. It's not like he's going to die anyway. The worst he can do is be eliminated. An ungrateful person. How dare you pretend here? Do you really think that everyone is afraid of you and wants to please you? Su Shengyan was not afraid, holding a horizontal knife and pointing it at Sha Fengyu. Although the realm is not as high as the other party, it does not mean that she will be afraid. Okay. Then just go to hell. Sha Fengyu was pained in his heart by Su Shengyan's words. He broke through the defense on the spot and slashed at Su Shengyan with two swords in his hands. Su Shengnan immediately resisted. Chu Fugi cursed, raised his spear and helped Su Shengyan resist. Seeing this, Sha Fengyu said displeased Chu Fugi, do you want to help her? Do you want to be eliminated too? Chu Fugi sneered. Sha Fengyu, don't be so shameless. To give you face, I call you Brother Sha. You really take yourself seriously. Katsuo is right, you are just an ungrateful person. It's a shame that I was so kind to you. I gave you money, a car, and source stones. I also took you there many times with the big sword. It cost about 50 to 60 million. With that kind of money, even the dogs can nod and bow their tails to me when I feed them. You don't even give me face for such an important game. You are worse than a dog. When Sha Fengyu was still in Shuijing High School, Chu Fugi showed his favor to him. I give him this and that every day, and take him out for all kinds of fun. I didn't expect that this guy would fall out as soon as he said he would, without giving him any face. Even though Chu Fugi was usually aloof, he always seemed friendly to everyone. But if you don't give him face, he won't be polite to you. Since Sha Fengyu doesn't give him face, he won't spoil him anymore. Listening to Chu Fugi's words, Sha Fengyu felt insulted. The anger in his heart reached its peak. Okay. Since you want to die too, don't blame me. As he spoke, he clenched the two knives in his hands and attacked the two of them. Clang. Throat. Su Shengyan and Chu Fugi did not even reach the threshold for entry. Facing Sha Fengyu's attack, they could only continue to defend. After all, Sha Fengyu is a warrior in the mortal martial realm, and his martial arts has reached the 4th level. The two of them combined all their strength to defend, but they couldn't withstand Sha Fengyu's attack. But Sha Fengyu didn't seem to intend to eliminate them directly, but attack them in a playful way. Not only did it kill them directly, but it also made them unable to resist. Very torture. The two looked ugly, struggling to resist Sha Fengyu's attacks, and their bodies were suffering from more and more wounds. That's it. That's it. I thought you were so fierce. Where's the arrogance just now? Rubbish. Two ants who can be crushed to death at any time still dare to pretend in front of me. Sha Fengyu stabbed the two men back dozens of meters. Bang! Su Shengyan and Chu Fugi hit the wall. The two of them were covered in injuries and their physical strength was almost exhausted. They could no longer resist Sha Fengyu's attack. Seeing the two people's embarrassment, Sha Fengyu felt much better instantly. This is what you get for humiliating me. Alright. I've had enough fun too. You can go die. Sha Fengyu raised the long knife in his hand, wanting to understand the two of them thoroughly. Just then, a voice came from not far away. It's so intense. It seems I came at the wrong time. Hearing this, Sha Fengyu turned around suddenly and looked towards the voice. When he saw the person who spoke, his eyes instantly showed fear. It's Lu Zhen. Seeing that person, Su Shengyan and Chu Fugi felt happy. It was like seeing the savior. Oh shit. You really know how to choose the right time. Sha Fengyu immediately broke out and ran away at full speed. If he hesitated, he would be dead. In the entire battlefield, no one except Lu Zhen was his opponent, and he least wanted to see Lu Zhen. If you don't want to be eliminated so quickly, you can only run away first. Seeing this, the corners of Lu Zhen's mouth raised slightly. You hit someone and you want to run away. Can you run away? Lu Zhen immediately used his strength and chased Sha Fengyu. With the blessing of the 5th level of movement, he instantly arrived in front of Sha Fengyu. So fast. Sha Fengyu was shocked. He knew that the 5th level of movement would be fast, but he didn't expect it to be so fast. At such a long distance, he caught up with me without even taking a breath. Lu Zhen looked at him and said with a joking smile. You just had a great time beating my friend. Then let me fight you now. That's enough for me to catch you. Lu Zhen had a wicked smile on his face and looked at Sha Fengyu as if he were looking at prey. Sha Fengyu's expression changed drastically. The confidence he had when he bullied Su Shengyan and Chu Fugi has long been lost. Weren't you very arrogant when you beat them just now? Let me see your strength. As soon as he finished speaking, Lu Zhen punched Sha Fengyu casually. As if facing a formidable enemy, Sha Fengyu immediately raised his swords to resist with all his strength. Clang! Lu Zhen's casual punch knocked Sha Fengyu back dozens of meters, and finally stopped when he hit the wall of the ruins. Is there such a big difference between the 5th and 4th dans? Sha Fengyu's eyes widened in disbelief. He is at the peak of the 4th level martial arts, only a little bit behind the 5th level. He could feel that Lu Zhen's punch just now was very casual and easy. But this punch almost killed him. If he hadn't resisted with all his strength, this light punch could have sent him away. Sha Fengyu frowned, turned around and wanted to continue running. Seeing this, Lu Zhen smiled disdainfully. You still want to run? He sprinted quickly and arrived in front of Sha Fengyu in an instant. Give up. You can't run away. It's time to end the battle between us. Lu Zhen looked at Sha Fengyu with disdain. He finally caught him, but he wouldn't let him run away like this. I'll fight you. Sha Fengyu gritted his teeth. Since he couldn't run away, he wouldn't run away. He waved his two swords and slashed at Lu Zhen. Lu Zhen moved his body as if playing with a child, easily dodging every attack. That's it. If you only have this level of skill, you will be so disappointed. Lu Zhen's words stimulated Sha Fengyu, and his originally rhythmic attacks instantly became chaotic. Just keep slashing. Seeing this scene, Wang Desheng and Zhang Qibing, who were watching the battle outside, sneered. Sha Fengyu has a bad mentality. So easily angered. Lu Zhen casually said a few innocuous words, and then he became so anxious. If we get to the real battlefield, we will suffer big losses. Zhang Qibing smiled. Wang Desheng smiled and said, Sha Fengyu's growth path has been too smooth, and there is no decent opponent in the entire Junhai city. If it weren't for Lu Zhen, he would still be the champion of this high school martial arts meet. This makes him proud and irritable, almost looking down on warriors of his own age. This mentality is fatal to the growth of a warrior. Meeting a rival like Lu Zhen is a good thing. I hope he can learn a lesson from this and get rid of this bad habit. Zhang Qibing looked at Wang Desheng curiously. Didn't this kid stab you in the back before? Why do you still say nice things for him? Wang Desheng said. I'm not saying good things for him. But learn from him. Sha Fengyu's talent is very good, but it is only limited to Junhai City. There are warriors in other cities outside of Junhai City who are even more ridiculously talented than him. People like Lu Zhen come from out of town. Sha Fengyu only has so much talent, but he has grown like this. And Lu Zhen's talent is much better than Sha Fengyu's, and he grows faster than him. This is a wake-up call for me. I must do a good job in Lu Zhen's ideological work. We must not let Lu Zhen become the second Sha Fengyu. Hearing this, Zhang Qibing nodded in approval. As expected of the principal of the school, he really thinks more about teaching and educating people than I do. I have seen many geniuses with amazing talents, but all of them are so arrogant that they always look at people through their nostrils. And they all have the same problems. They are proud, irritable, and irritable. They will get extremely angry when others just make fun of them. On the battlefield, foreigners like this kind of people the most, because they can be easily solved without any conspiracy. The talent is so good that it masks other flaws. This is the biggest problem for all talented warriors. We need to be vigilant. The two of them made up their minds that they would never let Lu Zhen become such a person. In the battlefield, Sha Fengyu waved his swords at Lu Zhen angrily. But every time he attacked, Lu Zhen easily dodged it. Lu Zhen seemed to be toying with him and did not attack. He just watched him attack and then kept dodging. He was hit and missed, and he couldn't run away. This made Sha Fengyu extremely sick. Don't hide if you can. Fight me head on. Sha Fengyu couldn't help but curse. Lu Zhen chuckled, that's what you said. As soon as he finished speaking, Lu Zhen's eyes changed and he punched instantly. When Sha Fengyu saw this, he quickly resisted. Only a sound of bang was heard. His body was knocked back dozens of meters, and the punch caused his hand holding the knife to tremble, almost losing his grip. Just when he wanted to put up a defensive posture again, Lu Zhen had already rushed in front of him. Oops. Sha Fengyu felt bad. The next second, Lu Zhen grabbed his neck and picked him up like a chicken. You just tortured them, so much fun. Now it's your turn to be tortured, how do you feel? Lu Zhen looked at Sha Fengyu jokingly. With his current strength, he can kill the opponent instantly with one punch. But he didn't do that. An instant kill with one punch was too cheap for Sha Fengyu. He wanted to slowly torture Sha Fengyu just like Sha Fengyu tortured Su Shengyan and Chu Fugi. He tortured him until he couldn't bear it anymore, and then beat him to death. You. Sha Fengyu was pinched by the neck, his face turned red, and his whole body was limp and unable to lift his strength. He wanted to speak but couldn't. Seeing this scene, everyone watching could not help but take a breath. Too cruel. It's just crushing. In front of Lu Zhen, Sha Fengyu can only be teased. Aren't they all in the mortal martial realm? How come the gap is so big? The audience was shocked by Lu Zhen's strength. And before they could be surprised for a long time, a scene appeared on the battlefield that surprised them even more. I saw that Sha Fengyu couldn't stand Lu Zhen's torture and directly chose to withdraw from the competition in public. Without committing suicide, Sha Fengyu retreated directly from the virtual arena. This also shocked everyone watching the battle. Is Sha Fengyu crazy? You actually quit the game at this time. Don't he know that high school martial arts does not allow withdrawal from the competition? If you withdraw from the competition, you will be treated as a deserter. You're going to be taken to jail. Everyone was shocked. They didn't expect that Sha Fengyu would do such a stupid thing. Long Teng couldn't help but cursed when he saw this scene. Madness. Waste. I'm really blind, why did I end up with such a cerebral palsy? Ah. Long Teng's face was so angry that he wanted to beat Sha Fengyu to death on the spot. It's over. Sha Fengyu's life is completely over. Wang Desheng shook his head helplessly. Zhang Qibing chuckled and said, quit in public. How dare he? His behavior has constituted the crime of desertion. You will be judged by the Blue Star Law and taken to jail. With this stain, unless he can grow to the level of nuclear weapons. Otherwise there will be no hope in this life. The 7-star civilization punished deserters very severely. Even if it is a small game, the punishment is not light. Either you don't participate in the competition, and you become a deserter if you participate, then just wait to go to jail. Other side. Luo Cheng couldn't help but shake his head when he saw this scene. The talent is good, but the character is not. Fortunately I didn't take him as my disciple. If you can give up such a small competition in public, it won't be surprising if you do anything to harm the sect and deceive the master and destroy the ancestors in the future. At this moment, in Luo Cheng's heart, Sha Fengyu had been given a big X. It also confirmed his principles. You can't accept disciples casually, you have to be cautious. Accidentally recruiting someone like Sha Fengyu would be a disaster for the sect. In the battlefield, Sha Fengyu suddenly withdrew from the competition, leaving Lu Zhen stunned on the spot. Depend on. There is actually such an escape route. It's so hard to guard against. Lu Zhen had been very cautious in order to prevent Sha Fengyu from committing suicide. Unexpectedly, he actually quit the game directly. This was impossible to prevent. That's it. Since you choose to withdraw from the competition, you must bear the consequences of your withdrawal. It's not my fault. Lu Zhen dusted off his hands and walked in the direction of Su Shengyan and Chu Fugi. Coming to them, Lu Zhen asked, "How are you doing? Can we still continue playing?" The two of them were covered in injuries and very weak at the moment. Any warrior can easily defeat them. Chu Fugi smiled and said, "The injury is a bit serious, and my physical strength is almost exhausted. The consumables have been used up, but the injury is still serious. If I don't recover, I won't be able to hold on anymore." Lu Zhen nodded, and then took out a square box from his body. Inside the box are consumables that can heal injuries and restore physical strength. I have some recovery consumables here that I can't use, so I'll give them to you. With that said, he handed the boxes to them. Su Shengyan said in surprise, "You gave it to us, but what about you?" Lu Zhen smiled and said, "I don't need it, it would be a waste to keep it. You guys should recover from your injuries quickly, I'll be here to guard you." Chu Fugi smiled and said, "Thank you so much, Brother Lu." Lu Zhen smiled and said, "You're welcome, why do we still say such things in our relationship?" In Lu Zhen's heart, as long as you treat him well and don't stab him in the back, he will repay you with the same treatment. Chu Fugi and Su Shengyan were from the same school as him and were teammates in the team competition, so they treated him well. They were in trouble now, and Lu Zhen naturally couldn't just ignore it. Chu Fugi and Su Shengyan took the consumables given by Lu Zhen with moved faces and started using them. And Lu Zhen was standing by to protect them from being attacked during the recovery process. After guarding for a short time, the two men's injuries finally improved and their physical strength recovered a lot. "How's it going? Are you feeling better?" Lu Zhen asked. Su Shengyan said with a grateful face, "I'm 70 to 80% better, and my physical strength has recovered a lot. There's no big problem anymore. Thank you, Lu Zhen." Lu Zhen smiled and said, "That's it, then I'll leave. Be careful, don't be attacked by others." Chu Fugi said, "Lu Zhen, aren't you with us?" Lu Zhen said, "No, the game is not over yet, we are also opponents. I'm relieved that your injuries are healed. If other players see us acting together, they will report us for malicious teaming." After speaking, Lu Zhen waved his hand and left directly. Looking at his leaving figure, Chu Fugi couldn't help but sigh. The differences between people are really different. That Sha Fengyu, I gave him so much money and treated him so well. I'll fall out with him whenever I say I'm going to fall out with him. No face given at all. As for Lu Zhen, I only invited him to dinner a few times and gave him some cheap purple source stones. But he never had any contempt for me. Even though he has reached the mortal martial realm now, his martial arts and body skills have reached the 5th level. Everyone calls me Brother Chu. Lu Zhen is a person worth getting to know deeply. Su Shengyan nodded in agreement. Her previous view of Lu Zhen was that he was a genius with great talent. Treat Lu Zhen only as a classmate and a friend, with no other thoughts. But after this time, her view of Lu Zhen changed drastically. He became more and more curious about Lu Zhen. The game continues. Without Sha Fengyu as a goal, Lu Zhen seemed a bit bored. I can only wander around casually and kill a few more opponents to gain points. Before I knew it, there were only 2 people left in the game. Su Shengyan and Chu Fugi didn't know when they were eliminated. Lu Zhen didn't think much about it, after all, they weren't that strong. It's best if you can enter the finals, but it's normal if you can't. Where are the people? Where have you gone? By the final round, the map had become very small. The final circle is a ruined high-rise building. But Lu Zhen searched for a long time and still couldn't find the final opponent. The only possibility is that the opponent is hiding somewhere and dare not show his face. Depend on. He's actually a sixth man. Then don't blame me. Lu Zhen jumped over the ruins and punched the ruined tall building with all his strength. Drink. Bang. One punch directly shattered the entire ruined high-rise building. The tall building collapsed suddenly, and Lu Zhen pricked up his ears to look for strange sounds. For a moment he heard the sound of human breathing. Found you. Lu Zhen rushed towards a corner and grabbed the scattered ruins. The hidden sixth man was brought out directly. You're pretty good at hiding. It took me a long time to look for it. Lu Zhen looked at him and smiled. The man chuckled at Lu Zhen and said, I still want to make some points. I didn't expect you to find me so soon. I won't bother you to do it. I will kill myself. The sixth man knew that he was no match for Lu Zhen, so he took out his sword and wiped his own neck without hesitation. With his suicide, the game ended. At the end of the game, Lu Zhen survived to the end and ranked first in points, successfully winning the championship of this year's high school martial arts meet. Game over. Congratulations to Lu Zhen for winning first place. As the host's voice sounded, the scene erupted in cheers like a tsunami. Lu Zhen. Lu Zhen. Lu Zhen. The audience kept chanting Lu Zhen's name to congratulate him on winning the competition. Win. Lu Zhen wins. Our Shuijing High School finally won. Wang Desheng and Lu Bo were very excited when they saw this scene again. The resentment that had been suppressed by Longtang High School for many years was finally vented at this moment. Congratulations, Shuijing High School is finally proud. Zhang Qibing on the side was happy for them. Wang Desheng said with emotion, yes. I am finally proud for once. Thanks to Lu Zhen for all this. Although it was already known from the beginning that Lu Zhen's victory was a sure thing. But when the moment of real victory came, I couldn't help but be excited. Wang Desheng said excitedly, from today on, Shuijing High School will be the best martial arts high school in Zhenhai City. With the recruitment of Lu Zhen, plus this year's results. I can't imagine how popular the subsequent sponsorship and enrollment will be next year. Longtang High School Lounge. Longtang looked at this scene with a grimace. It's over. It's completely over. How are we going to explain this to the school directors and sponsors this time? The reason why Longtang High School is so rich is because they win the championship every year, so they have many sponsors. It can provide students with various welfare benefits and attract more outstanding martial arts students. This kept snowballing and led to the current situation. But from now on, Longtang High School will step down from the throne of number 1. Sponsors will leave one after another, changing the sponsorship target from Longtang High School to Shuijing High School. In such a vicious cycle, Longtang High School will become worse and worse, while Shuijing High School will become better and better. At this moment, Longtang's heart was filled with regret. He regretted why he gave up on Lu Zhen, a genius. Why not work harder to dig him out? Otherwise, the current championship will be theirs. But no matter how much I regretted it, it was already too late. In the lounge of Shuijing High School, everyone was very happy after seeing Lu Zhen win the championship. Monitor, are you tired? Let me rub your shoulders. Let me massage your legs. After Lu Zhen returned to the lounge, every student, like a coward, treated him with all kinds of courtesy. Although Lu Zhen was embarrassed, under their strong request, he could only reluctantly accept their various overtures. If they win the championship, Shuijing High School will get better and better in the future, and they will also rise to heaven because of it. Since they are happy, there is no need to spoil their happiness. After the individual competition, soon it was the team competition. Due to Xia Fengyu's problems, Longtang High School was unable to continue participating and had to abandon the competition. And in Shuijing High School, with Lu Zhen as a big player, it would be difficult to lose. In the end, thanks to Lu Zhen's killing spree, Shuijing High School also successfully won the team championship. Congratulations to Shuijing High School for winning the individual and team competitions. Please invite the winning contestant to come on stage to receive the award. The host's voice sounded. Lu Zhen stepped onto the podium. There were warm cheers from the scene. Double champion. Our Shuijing High School also has this day. I'm so happy. Wang Desheng looked at this scene with tears in his eyes. He looked at Lu Bo and said, Director Liu, have all Liu Zhen's games been recorded? Liu Bo shook his head and said, no, the recording function cannot record at all. Can't record. What's going on? Wang Desheng was stunned for a moment. Liu Bo said, I don't know, other people's perspectives can be recorded. Once Liu Zhen's scene was involved, an abnormality occurred, and the recording was immediately interrupted. Is there such a thing? Wang Desheng frowned slightly, thoughtfully. He seemed to have thought of something and immediately found Zhang Qibing. He asked, Old Zhang, you have to give me an explanation. Zhang Qibing smiled and said, what's wrong? Wang Desheng said, the recording function is working perfectly, how could it suddenly fail? Only Liu Zhen's scene cannot be recorded, but everyone else can. It seems like someone deliberately prevented Liu Zhen from being recorded. Zhang Qibing smiled and said, you really want to record Liu Zhen's scene? Of course. Wang Desheng said, this is the first time Shuijing High School has won the championship. Of course I have to record such an important moment. And I also plan to make this video a must-see video for every new class of students who enter the school. Zhang Qibing said, then I want to tell you that your plan will fail. What do you mean? Wang Desheng frowned. Zhang Qibing said, I know you are excited about Liu Zhen winning the championship, but please don't be excited yet. Calm down. Let me ask you, Liu Zhen has broken through the mortal martial realm, and his martial arts level has even broken through the 5th level. At his age and reaching this level, do you know what the consequences will be if word spreads? Hearing this, Wang Desheng's eyes suddenly opened, and his whole body reacted instantly. If word gets out, it will definitely cause a sensation. It will even alarm alien races. Zhang Qibing smiled and said, as long as you understand, I won't say anything unnecessary. Wang Desheng nodded. You are right. I was really so happy that I forgot about this. Liu Zhen showed at this high school martial arts meeting that he was still at the 5th level of the mortal martial arts realm. At his current age and talent. After the game, it will definitely cause a sensation in Daxia and even Blue Star. You must know that Dugu Tianzong, the strongest person in the 7-star civilization, could not reach this level at the age of 15. But Liu Zhen reached it. This shows that Liu Zhen has a talent comparable to that of Dugu Tianzong. Future achievements will definitely not be lower than the quasi-god realm. This kind of astonishing genius is enough to shock other races. If he were allowed to grow up, it would be an absolutely devastating blow to the alien race. Assassination is inevitable. But, now Liu Zhen's game content cannot be recorded, that is to say. Without video, there is no evidence. If you want to spread it, you can only spread it by word of mouth. Even if you hear rumors, you will just treat them as rumors. Except seeing it with your own eyes. Otherwise, no one would believe that one could reach the mortal martial realm at the age of 15, let alone reach the 5th level. Dugu Tianzong couldn't do it back then, and it was even less possible for others. And so it is. After the high school martial arts meet in Junhai City. There are countless posts on the internet related to this competition. Shocking. A 15-year-old martial artist in Junhai City has reached the mortal martial realm. The 5th level. The 15-year-old martial artist's finger dexterity is at the 5th level, and the widow next door was so frightened. The girl cried all night because the 15-year-old boy was in the mortal martial realm. Countless posts appear online. But netizens remain skeptical. Netizen 1. A 15-year-old mortal martial arts realm. Still at the 5th level. You really think I'm stupid? You might as well believe that I am Qin Shi Huang if you believe this. Netizen 2. Is the current media so limitless? You dare to take a title like this for cerebral palsy. Do you really think that netizens are fools? Netizen 3. Fool you for making headlines. Who doesn't know how to make things up? If you have the ability, put out the video, don't just open your mouth. Netizens in Junhai City were on the verge of tears. It's true. I was at the scene, why doesn't anyone believe it? Liu Zhen's name has become popular on the internet again. But this time is different from previous alien invasions. Previously, it was an official commendation conference, with live broadcast and video, and the leader himself came. Few doubt its authenticity. But this time, in addition to some posts and articles on the internet, there were also claims made by local netizens in Junhai City. No one has seen the video of the game, and without video there is no evidence. Naturally, no one believed that Lu Zhen could reach the ordinary martial arts realm at the age of 15, and even the 5th level. After all, that's too outrageous. Lu Zhen became popular on the internet for a few days and then disappeared. But in Zhenhai City, his reputation is still very loud. Since Lu Zhen won the championship, the situation of Shuijing High School has become better and better. Because Xia Fengyu suddenly withdrew from the competition and committed the crime of desertion, he was arrested on the same day. And because of him, Longtang High School's reputation plummeted. Many sponsors cancelled their sponsorship and switched to Shuijing High School. Wang Desheng has been very busy since the competition ended. We receive many sponsors who come here every day. In just these few days, we have received dozens of sponsors. The sponsorship fee is as high as tens of billions. Shuijing High School has completely taken off. Many talented student warriors also chose to change jobs and transfer from other schools to Shuijing High School. Some came for the treatment, but more came for Lu Zhen as a person. Because of Lu Zhen's renewed popularity, he is surrounded by fans every day just to see his face. Now, whenever he leaves the Wumeng compound, he will be swarmed by many fans, vying to take pictures and get his autograph. Lu Zhen was very annoyed. I'm just an ordinary warrior, why do I act like a celebrity? With no other options, Lu Zhen could only stay at home and practice every day. The other side. Chu Daji has been very happy since Lu Zhen won the championship. He has asked the workers to work overtime to speed up the completion, and plans to open the new martial arts school during this period of time. Taking advantage of the period when Lu Zhen was extremely popular, they recruited students crazily and made huge profits. But he had a good idea, but was stuck at Lu Zhen's level. Luo Cheng came to talk to Lu Zhen several times, wanting to take him as his disciple. But Lu Zhen always sticks to his principles. Don't become a disciple easily. This also gave Chu Daji a headache. If Luo Cheng cannot accept Lu Zhen as his true disciple, he will not accept other apprentices. The plan for the new martial arts school will have to be put on hold. Lu Zhen has only been popular for this period of time. If we don't take advantage of this period to open a new martial arts school, it would be a huge loss. Although he can make some money by opening another store later, for businessman Chu Daji, profiting less means losing money. So, after thinking about it, Chu Daji came up with a solution that would satisfy both parties. This day, Chu Daji brought Luo Cheng to Lu Zhen's villa again. Grandma Lu Zhen, we are here again. When they arrived at the villa, Grandma received them personally. You guys are here to see A Zhen again. He is practicing. I will go and call him now. Grandma was very happy to see the visitor. Since living conditions have improved, my grandmother rarely looks sad. She has gained a lot of weight and is in a very good mental state. Soon, Lu Zhen came out of the practice room, wiped the sweat off his body, and came to the reception room. Uncle Chu, Senior Luo, why are you here again? Lu Zhen was not surprised to see them. This is already the 10th time they have visited in the past few days. You guys chat, I'll prepare something to drink for you. Knowing that they were going to talk about business, Grandma left wisely. After Grandma left, Lu Zhen looked at them and said, if you still want to persuade me to become a disciple, I still want to say sorry. Senior Luo, it's not that I look down on you. I also admire your deeds. It's just that I really have no intention of becoming a disciple for the time being. I hope you understand. Based on Lu Zhen's current conditions, he is not short of money or martial arts. There is absolutely no need to become a disciple. Becoming a disciple would not only be of no benefit to him, but would also be a burden. Unless the opponent is a quasi-god with status and strength like Shan Zhujing, Lu Zhen might still consider it. Lu Zhen, you misunderstood. I'm not here to take on a disciple, but to discuss business with you. Luo Cheng smiled. Business talk. Lu Zhen was a little surprised. Luo Cheng quickly gave Chu Daji beside him a look and told him to speak quickly. Chu Daji smiled and said, Lu Zhen, we know that you are a very principled person. Being a disciple is very important to you, and you will not become a disciple easily. We will not force you to become a disciple. We came here today to discuss things with you. Are you willing to become a contract disciple of the new martial arts school? Contract disciple. What is this? Lu Zhen felt strange. This was the first time he heard this word. Chu Daji smiled and said, the so-called contract disciple is exactly what the name suggests. During the contract period, you are a disciple of the martial arts school. It's different from ordinary martial arts apprentices. Apprentices need to pay tuition to the martial arts gym to learn the art. But contract disciples don't need it. Not only do you not need to pay tuition, but you also don't need to become a teacher. The relationship between the contract disciple and the martial arts school is just an employment relationship. After the contract expires, there will no longer be any relationship between the two. It's just like an ordinary boss recruiting workers. Hearing this, Lu Zhen felt something interesting, and asked, what do the contract disciples need to do? Chu Daji continued, you may not know that opening a new martial arts gym is a very difficult thing. Especially in Junhai City, a city with an average martial arts environment. It's even more difficult to open a martial arts gym. There are not many local martial arts schools, only a few. Opening a new martial arts gym is taking away their jobs. Do you think they will agree? So, when a new martial arts gym opens, those old local martial arts gyms will definitely come to compete. This is a rule that has lasted for hundreds of years. This is not only true for our Junhai city, but also for the entire country of Daxia, Blue Star, and even the Seven-Star Civilization. If you want to open a new martial arts school, you must have real skills. You have to conquer all the local martial arts schools and let them recognize you, then you will be qualified to open a new martial arts gym. Lu Zhen nodded to express understanding. This is indeed what opening a martial arts gym is like. The number of warriors is smaller than that of ordinary people. There are even fewer martial artists who have the conditions to sign up for a martial arts gym. There are not many apprentices in the first place. If you open a new martial arts gym to compete for apprentices, you are tampering with the interests of other martial arts gyms. No one else would agree. However, Lu Zhen still felt a little confused and asked. With Senior Luo's strength, there should be few people in Junhai City who can be his opponent. The directors of other martial arts schools should not be his opponents. In that case, why do you still have to worry about being kicked out? Lu Zhen couldn't understand. Luo Cheng is at the peak of the extreme martial realm. If he hadn't lost an arm and left a hidden disease, breaking through the nuclear weapons realm would have been a certainty. How could such a strong man be afraid of being kicked out? Facing Lu Zhen's doubts, Chu Daji smiled and said. You may have misunderstood. I don't understand other places, but in our Blue Star, it's not the owner who plays the game. But let the disciples who have been taught play. Let the disciples kick. Lu Zhen was surprised. He remembered, weren't the masters doing the kicking on TV? Why do you still let your disciples go to the gym? Chu Daji explained. The quality of a martial arts gym depends on the disciples in addition to the master. Aren't apprentices coming to the martial arts gym to learn skills just to become stronger? But who says that a master with a high level of knowledge will definitely be able to teach others? Some martial arts masters are very high level, but they are not good at teaching martial arts, which is a disaster for apprentices. Although some martial arts masters are not very advanced, they have their own unique understanding of teaching martial arts. The apprentices I taught are all ridiculously strong. In Yunshui City, next door to Junhai City, there is a martial arts master who teaches swordsmanship. His realm is only the extreme martial arts realm, but the martial arts level of each of the disciples he taught can easily break through the 4th level. Even though the 4th Dan level is not high, for an apprentice who is only in his teens, it is already a very high standard. Look at our high school martial arts meet in Junhai City this year. How many of them can reach the 4th level of martial arts? Except for Sha Fengyu and Yu, the monster, there seems to be no one left. This is enough to show the teaching level of that master. And some very high-level martial arts masters are not only bad at teaching martial arts, but they also look down upon apprentices with poor talent. In their view, whether you can learn or not is your own problem and has nothing to do with my teaching. Tell me, if you were an apprentice, which martial arts school would you rather go to? Listening to Chu Daji's words, Lu Zhen was thoughtful. That seems to be the case. Being strong and being able to teach others are two different things. When you go to a cram school, you go to a cram school for the teacher who is better at teaching, rather than for the teacher with higher academic qualifications. Apprentices go to martial arts schools to learn skills in order to make themselves stronger. No matter how strong the martial arts master is, it doesn't matter to him. If you can't become stronger in your martial arts gym, no matter how high your martial arts master's level is, no one will want to go. What does this have to do with contract disciples? Lu Zhen asked. Chu Daji replied, when the martial arts gym comes to compete, the strength of the disciples is compared, and the teaching level of the master is also compared to see who can teach the stronger disciples. But some new martial arts schools have just opened and the disciples they have recruited have not yet been trained. In order to win in the kicking gym, new martial arts gyms usually hire some powerful young martial artists to serve as disciples. Let them help the new martial arts gym win in the kick gym. And these disciples are also called contract disciples. Contract disciples do not need to actually become a disciple, but they can also reasonably become martial arts disciples. It's a win-win situation for both parties. After hearing this, Lu Zhen finally understood. The so-called contract disciples, simply put, are the thugs for the new martial arts school. Help the new martial arts gym get through the challenge of kicking the gym. Lu Zhen smiled and said, so, you want me to be a contract disciple of the new martial arts school? Chu Daji nodded. Yes. During the contract, you don't really need to be a disciple of Master Luo, but you can also be a disciple of the new martial arts school. In this way, the new martial arts gym can be opened smoothly without violating your principles. It's literally the best of both worlds. What do you think? Lu Zhen smiled and said, Uncle Chu, you're too polite. Isn't it just to help with the kick-off? For such a small matter, you can just tell me. You don't have to go to the door in person. What's more, I'm still a member of your martial arts club and get your annual salary every year. It's appropriate to help. Chu Daji said with a smile. If it's just a general matter of dealing with playing games, it really doesn't need to be that troublesome. But this time the contract disciple has an extra add-on. Chu Daji pointed to Luo Cheng aside and continued, Master Luo, as the master of the new martial arts school, has an additional request. You don't have to become his master, but during the contract period, you have to learn his martial arts skills. And the martial arts skills learned cannot be passed on to outsiders casually. Hearing this, Lu Zhen felt a little strange. Isn't learning new martial arts a good thing for yourself? What kind of requirement is this? Luo Cheng saw Lu Zhen's doubts and said. The martial arts I want to teach is the secret skill of my shadowless sect, shadowless technique. It's a very difficult martial skill to learn. It's not that difficult, and most people can't learn it. You can't learn it in just a few years. So, I plan to set the duration of this contract at 5 years. With your talent, you should be able to learn it in 5 years. After hearing this, Lu Zhen finally understood their purpose. Chu Daji wants to be a thug in the new martial arts school. And Luo Cheng wanted to learn his martial arts skills. There is no conflict between the two, a contract disciple can handle it. Chu Daji continued, of course, we will not let you be a contract disciple in vain. Becoming a contract disciple also requires your time and energy. We will provide you with corresponding compensation. With that said, Chu Daji took out a contract and handed it to Lu Zhen. The remuneration for this contract is written on it. Lu Zhen took it and looked at it, and couldn't help showing surprise. 500 million a year. Isn't it just a matter of becoming a thug and learning martial arts skills at the same time? How much money was given? Chu Daji smiled and said, you deserve so much money. Of these 500 million, 100 million is your reward for becoming a contract disciple of the new martial arts school. The remaining 400 million is your reward for learning Master Luo's martial arts skills. This 400 million is Master Luo's annual salary as a new martial arts master. But in order for you to learn from him, he is willing not to give you all of it, which shows how much he values you. Lu Zhen looked at Luo Cheng in surprise. Senior Luo, is this too much? Luo Cheng smiled and said, with my current strength and status, this little money is nothing to me. I didn't agree to Boss Chu to be the master of the new martial arts school just for the money. For me, finding a suitable person to inherit my martial arts skills is more important than anything else. Lu Zhen said, but I am not your true disciple, nor a disciple of the Wying sect. Is it appropriate for you to pass on your martial arts to an outsider like me? Luo Cheng smiled and said, "What's inappropriate? Although I am the 18th generation successor of Wang sect. But what really allows the Shadowless sect to be passed down to this day is not the heirs, but the martial skill of Shadowless technique. As long as the Shadowless technique can continue to be passed down, what does it matter if you are a disciple of the Shadowless sect? As long as the Shadowless technique can continue to be passed down, all the previous heads will recognize my decision if they know about it. If you want to learn the Shadowless technique, a warrior's martial arts, body skills, and mental strength need to reach a balanced level. Only then can the true power of the Shadowless technique be unleashed. But for warriors, not many can balance the three levels. Especially young warriors, there are very few. Luo Cheng still doesn't know what Lu Zhen's mental level is. But just looking at his 5th level martial arts and 5th level body skills is enough to show his talent. It is not difficult to cultivate your mental power to the 5th level. Luo Cheng is confident that as long as Lu Zhen is willing to learn, he can quickly reach the 5th level of Lu Zhen's mental power. It is not difficult to learn the Shadowless technique. The difficult thing is whether Lu Zhen is willing to learn. As long as Lu Zhen is willing to learn, even if he is not his disciple, Luo Cheng can accept it. Disciples and masters are all empty, the inheritance of martial arts is the important thing. Lu Zhen, are you willing to become a contract disciple? Luo Cheng looked at Lu Zhen expectantly, feeling extremely uneasy. Chu Daji also looked at Lu Zhen with the same expression, waiting for Lu Zhen's reply. Lu Zhen looked at them, thought for a while, and said, "The remuneration in this contract is full of sincerity. And it's not a bad thing for me to learn another martial arts. Senior Luo, you don't even care about passing it on to me, an outsider. What else should I worry about? I promise you to become a contract disciple." Hear this reply. Luo Cheng and Chu Daji instantly showed joyful smiles on their faces. That's great. Let's sign the contract quickly. Luo Cheng couldn't wait to hand a pen to Lu Zhen. He was afraid that Lu Zhen would regret it the next second. Seeing Luo Cheng's anxious look, Lu Zhen could see his worry at a glance and couldn't help but smile. Then they took the pen and started signing, so that they would not go back on what they had promised, and their worries were overblown. Okay. With you joining the new martial arts school, there should be no problems. Then we won't bother you. I have to go back quickly to prepare for the publicity work. The new martial arts gym will be opened in a few days. Chu Daji stood up happily. Luo Cheng also stood up and looked at Lu Zhen with a satisfied look on his face. It's time for me to go back and prepare for recruiting apprentices. Lu Zhen stood up and sent them away. After they left, Lu Zhen quickly put away the contract. At this time, Grandma came out. Why did they leave so quickly? I just cooked, and you didn't let them stay to eat. Grandma said. Lu Zhen said. They had other things to deal with, so they left early. Grandma said curiously. I saw them almost laughing from ear to ear when they left. This was not the case when they came here before. What did you talk about this time? Lu Zhen smiled and said. We didn't talk about anything. I just did them a favor and they gave me some money. Grandma asked curiously. How much does it cost? Lu Zhen smiled and said. It's not much money, it's not worth mentioning. After saying that, without waiting for Grandma to continue nagging, she turned around and walked into the practice room to continue practicing. The Wu Meng sponsored him 1.2 billion, and he had another 200 million to become a member of the martial arts club. This 500 million is not too little for him, but it is not too much either. I'm not as excited as when I got the 1.2 billion. Chu Daji and Luo Cheng were on their way back. Both were very happy. After Lu Zhen agreed to become a contract disciple, their subsequent plans could be launched smoothly. Chu Daji looked at Luo Cheng standing aside and said apologetically. I'm sorry, Master Luo, I didn't think carefully about your visit to Junhai City this time. I didn't expect that Lu Zhen would refuse to become your teacher. Given your strength and status, giving you an annual salary of 400 million is already too little. In order for Lu Zhen to learn your martial arts skills, I asked you to put all this money into it. This is all my fault. I will let the company draw up another contract, and the 400 million will be mine. I will calculate your reward separately for you. Luo Cheng waved his hand and said, no need. This 400 million is nothing to me, Not to mention that I asked for this 400 million to be given to Lu Zhen. How can I blame you? If anything, I should thank you. To be honest, I'm actually not very happy to open a martial arts gym in Zhenhai City. In a small place like Zhenhai City, the martial arts environment is average and there are few talented disciples. It's a bit humiliating for me to open a martial arts gym here. If you hadn't helped me in the first place, I definitely wouldn't have agreed to it. But now it seems that me agreeing to come to Zhenhai City is the most correct decision in my life. If I didn't come, I wouldn't be able to see a monster-like genius like Lu Zhen. With Lu Zhen's talent, he is among the top ones in the entire Blue Star and even the Seven-Star civilization. The shadowless technique will flourish in his hands. Chu Daji asked, but is it really okay? The shadowless technique is your sect's secret skill after all. Is it appropriate for Lu Zhen to directly pass it on to you before he becomes his disciple? Luo Cheng smiled and said, to tell you the truth, when I learned the shadowless technique, I was not a disciple of the shadowless sect. The master who taught me the shadowless technique back then was not as strong as I am now. It's just that master is very kind to me and treats me like his own son. The martial art of shadowless technique has also helped me a lot, allowing me to turn the tables in many battles. Over time, I also developed feelings for the shadowless technique, and I happily accepted to join the shadowless sect and become the 18th generation successor. I can very well understand what Lu Zhen is thinking now, because I was the same way back then. But don't worry, as long as I am sincere to him, he will accept the shadowless sect. Hearing this, Chu Daji was a little surprised. If Luo Cheng hadn't told him, he really wouldn't have known the secret. That's fine. Since you don't need it, Master Luo, I won't force it. We spent too much time convincing Lu Zhen. We will increase our promotional efforts in the next few days. We must let the martial artists in Zhenhai City know the news about the new martial arts gym as soon as possible. At the same time, we also want them to know that Lu Zhen, the hero of Zhenhai City and the champion of the high school martial arts club, is a disciple of our new martial arts hall. With a brand like Lu Zhen, there should be many disciples who want to join the new martial arts school. After the martial arts gym opens, we will be very busy. As Chu Daji said, the news that a new martial arts gym appeared in Zhenhai City instantly detonated the entire martial arts circle. What shocked them even more was that Lu Zhen actually joined the new martial arts school. You must know that Lu Zhen is now a big star in Zhenhai City, and his every move will attract attention. The new martial arts school he joined also aroused the interest of many young martial artists. After so many years, Zhenhai City finally has a new martial arts gym. Moreover, Lu Zhen has joined, and the investor is Chu Daji, the richest man in Zhenhai City. I can't imagine how luxurious this martial arts gym is. I also heard that the master of the martial arts school is still a strong man at the peak of the extreme martial arts realm. These conditions are inferior to other martial arts schools in every aspect. No. I have to sign up quickly, otherwise it will be too late. Yes, I want to sign up too. For a time, the new martial arts school became a new star in Zhenhai City. Many young martial artists are trying their best to join the new martial arts school. There are even apprentices from other martial arts schools who, after seeing the scale and strength of the new martial arts gym, dropped out of school decisively and turned around to join the new martial arts gym. This made the old martial arts gym owners jump up and down in anger after learning about this incident. Ling Feng Martial Arts School. Currently the best martial arts gym in Zhenhai City. As the owner of the gym, Tu Hongfei is also the president of the Zhenhai Martial Arts Association. After learning about this, he angrily smashed the teacup in his hand to the ground. Such a blatant attempt to steal an apprentice. It's simply too much. That's too much. You're going to destroy my job. Then don't blame me for being unkind. Ling Feng Martial Arts School. In the conference room. At this moment, Tu Hongfei was sitting in the front seat with a gloomy expression. There are 4 local martial arts masters on the left and right below. There are a total of 5 martial arts gyms in Zhenhai City, and the owners of those martial arts gyms are all gathered in the conference room. One of the museum owners frowned and said, "Who doesn't know the rules of Zhenhai City? When opening a martial arts gym, you must report to our martial arts association in advance. Only if we agree can we open a new martial arts gym. Chu Daji not only opened a martial arts gym privately, but also made the battle so big. Now there are advertisements for recruitment of his new martial arts school on the streets and on TV. Many of the apprentices in my martial arts school were deceived by him. The rest are also ready to move. President 2, Chu Daji is clearly trying to steal our jobs. Never be lenient. Another curator immediately stood up and echoed, that's right. Never be lenient. If he succeeds this time, and someone else imitates him and plays like this, will our martial arts schools still survive? President 2, you are the president of our Junhai City Martial Arts Association, you have to make the decision for us. Seeing the excitement of several people, Tu Hongfei said with a gloomy face, everyone, I know you are very angry. I'm angry too. This new martial arts school is not only harming your interests, it is also harming my interests. I will never sit idly by. Chu Daji is the richest man in Junhai City, and I have met him several times. He's a guy who can't afford to do anything early. Almost all industries in Junhai City are almost monopolized by him. He has set his sights on the martial arts industry this time. He has obviously been planning for a long time. Not only did we invite Luo Cheng, who was very famous in the military back then, to be the martial arts master. We also recruited Lu Zhen, a young man with a reputation as a hero, to be a martial arts disciple. This look is to eat the cake of Junhai City's martial arts industry in one bite. As expected of the richest man, he is ruthless in doing business. Since he wants to open a martial arts gym, we should accompany him. All the rules that need to be followed are arranged for him. I have asked people to prepare a letter of challenge, and it should have been sent to them now. The day they open is the day we come to play. According to the rules of this 7-star civilization, if you want to open a martial arts gym, you must first pass the gymnasium level. Hearing this, several other museum owners couldn't help but frown, and one of them said, but I heard that Lu Zhen is now in the mortal martial arts realm, and his martial arts level has reached the 5th level. There should be no one among the young warriors in Junhai City who can be his opponent. I'm afraid it's not easy to play in this gym. Everyone nodded, expressing that they had the same concerns. Tu Hongfei sneered, since no one in Junhai City is his opponent. Then find him an opponent from somewhere else. After hearing this, several people thought of something instantly. Someone said, President Tu, do you want to call Lily back from Noah University? President Tu nodded. Yes, I called Lily yesterday and she promised to come back to help. We should be able to reach Junhai City in the next few days. Noah University, the best martial arts university in Blue Star, is also the #1 university. Both the teaching staff and the talent of the students are far superior to other martial arts universities. Lingxiao University is the best martial arts university in Daxia, but it is incomparable to Noah University. The students of Noah University are all the most talented warriors in Blue Star. Tu Hongfei has 2 daughters. The eldest daughter's name is Tu Lily, and the younger daughter's name is Tu Yingying. Tu Yingying is the girl who escaped from Yongle Hospital before. She only has A-level talent, which is not very good. But her sister Tu Lily is an S-level talent, and one of the top S-level talents. He didn't even have to go to high school and was directly recommended to Noah University. At the same time, he also became a disciple of a strong man in the quasi-god realm from Noah University, and his future in martial arts was limitless. Tu Hongfei also secured his position as president of the Junhai City Martial Arts Association because of his eldest daughter. Otherwise, with his level of extreme martial arts, it would be impossible for other martial arts gym owners to follow him. It is impossible for Lingfeng Martial Arts Gym to become the #1 martial arts gym in Junhai City. I looked at the rank display on the virtual arena and Lily is only in the diamond rank. Can she do it? One of the museum owners wondered. Tu Hongfei smiled and said, just take a look at the rank in the virtual arena, don't take it too seriously. Rank level cannot represent a warrior's strength. Real geniuses don't care about that illusory rank. Look at Blue Star's number. 1 Dandy Lewis, how long has it been since he scored? His most recent battle record seems to be half a year ago. In the final analysis, the virtual arena is just a virtual battle, not a real battle. For true geniuses, after reaching a certain level, virtual combat is of little help to them. If you want to truly improve, you can only experience real battles yourself. Lily is practicing with her quasi-god realm instructor at Noah University. She is very busy every day and has no time to improve her scores. To get high points, I can only play 1 or 2 games in my spare time. You can check his record. The last time she scored points was a month ago. Now she has already entered the mortal martial realm, and her martial arts level has reached the 5th level. As long as she wants to, let alone falling stars, even the eclipse of the moon or even the setting sun can easily go up. One of the museum owners was still doubtful, so he said. Lily is someone we have seen since childhood, so her talent goes without saying. I'm just worried about that Lu Zhen. I heard that Luo Cheng attaches great importance to him and will even pass on the shadowless technique to him. I think everyone should know the strength of the shadowless technique. Back then, Luo Cheng relied on this martial arts to shine in the alien battlefield, and even had a shocking record of defending the city with one man. I'm worried that if Lu Zhen learns this trick, Lily's chances of winning may be slim. Hearing this, Tu Hongfei couldn't help laughing. Ha ha ha. Your worries are too much. The shadowless technique is indeed very powerful, but it cannot be learned in a day or two. Luo Cheng's shadowless technique has been practiced for decades to achieve that kind of power. No matter how strong Lu Zhen's talent is, how powerful will it be once he learns it? As for Lily, following her quasi-divine mentor, she has the kind of strong guidance that Lu Zhen, who has just learned the shadowless technique, can't compare to. Even if Lu Zhen learns it, he still can't be Lily's opponent. This time around, we must teach those with ulterior motives some lessons. Let them know who has the final say in the local martial arts school. Chu Daji wants to open a new martial arts gym, so the day he opens it will also be the day he closes down. Speaking of which, Tu Hongfei showed a sinister look on his face. Chu's martial arts school. The name of Chu Daji's new martial arts school. Luo Cheng, as the contemporary successor of Huaying sect, is also the master of the new martial arts school. Chu Daji originally wanted to name the new martial arts gym, Huaying Martial Arts Gym, but Luo Cheng refused. He felt that he was just helping Chu Daji, not reopening the sect. Taking this name would affect the reputation of Huaying sect. So he firmly refused, and Chu Daji couldn't force him, so he directly named the martial arts gym Chu's Martial Arts Gym. After this period of publicity, there is an endless stream of apprentices who want to sign up for the new martial arts gym. As the master of the new martial arts school, Luo Cheng has absolute say in the enrollment. As long as he is dissatisfied, he will not accept even the connections Chu Daji personally brought in. Luo Cheng requested that the first batch of apprentices in the new martial arts gym should not be too many, with a maximum of 20, and they must all be elites. Only the warriors with the best talent, strength, and financial ability can join the new martial arts school. As soon as this news came out, young warriors who wanted to join the new martial arts school complained wildly. But no matter how much they complained, it was useless. Who made the conditions of the new martial arts hall so good? If you want to join the new martial arts hall, you must meet the same conditions. On this day, Lu Zhen received a notice asking him to come to the new martial arts hall. He was told to let him meet the other brothers. So, Lu Zhen came to Chu's martial arts school soon after receiving the notice. At this time, Chu's martial arts gym has already been prepared and ready to open at any time. All that remains is to pick a good day. Lu Zhen, you're here. As soon as Lu Zhen arrived at Chu's martial arts gym, Chu Fugi walked up to him. Brother Chu, you are here too. Lu Zhen greeted politely. Chu Fugi said, don't call me Brother Chu. From now on, I will be your junior brother. I can no longer call you by your name, but I will call you senior brother. Senior brother. Lu Zhen felt a little surprised. Chu Fugi said, let's go, it's just time for you to meet your junior brothers. Lu Zhen followed Chu Fugi into the training ground of the new martial arts hall. The training ground covers a large area and all kinds of training equipment are top-notch. Moreover, there are medical personnel accompanying the training ground at all times to respond to emergencies at any time. To put it simply, he is professional, and he spent a lot of money just by looking at it. The first time Lu Zhen entered the training room, he saw a dozen boys and girls practicing. When they saw Lu Zhen, they immediately stopped what they were doing and greeted Lu Zhen in unison. Hello, senior brother Lu. The sound was very loud, even a bit harsh. Hello. Lu Zhen replied sheepishly. Then he looked at Chu Fugi and said, why do they all call me senior brother? Chu Fugi said, you are a contract disciple. Although you have not really become a disciple of Master Chu, your level is still a disciple. Not only do you not have to spend money to come to the martial arts gym to learn skills, the martial arts gym also has to pay you. And they and I are not even considered disciples, we can only be considered apprentices. You can only come here to learn skills by paying money. The seniority of a disciple is naturally higher than that of an apprentice, so it is appropriate for us to call you senior brother. Lu Zhen said awkwardly, but you seem to be older than me. Is it appropriate to call me senior brother? Chu Fugi smiled and said, in martial arts, those who are masters are teachers. There is no such thing as age, only seniority. Even if you are only 1 year old, as long as you are a disciple and I am an apprentice, I have to call you senior brother. Hearing this, Lu Zhen nodded and smiled. I understand. The circle of warriors indeed looks at seniority, not age. Not to mention the circle of warriors, the same goes for interpersonal relationships. Lu Zhen had a distant relative who gave birth to a son, but in terms of seniority, Lu Zhen had to call him uncle. After this calculation, it is reasonable for these people to call themselves senior brothers. You can take a look, I'll call Master Luo. Chu Fugi said, turned around and left. After he left, Lu Zhen wandered around the training room. Every time he passed by a junior brother, they would greet him politely, and Lu Zhen could only respond with a smile. At this time, he spotted a familiar figure. Ji Li, why are you here too? Lu Zhen was a little surprised when he saw an acquaintance. Ji Li smiled and said, are you surprised? Are you surprised? Squad leader, senior brother Lu, we can practice under the same roof again. Lu Zhen smiled and said, Master Luo's enrollment requirements are not very high, aren't they? I'm curious, how did you get in with your talent? Ji Li's talent is not good, it can only be said to be average. This kind of talent is looked down upon by other martial arts schools, let alone the new martial arts school. Senior brother Lu, what you say is so offensive. Ji Li said a little aggrieved. With my talent, I really am not qualified to join the new martial arts gym. Even if I join, I will still be at the bottom. I actually didn't want to come. It was my father who forced me to come, so I had to come. My dad and Master Luo have known each other for a long time. Master Luo reluctantly accepted me as an apprentice because of my dad's face. But he only agreed to let me be an apprentice for 3 months. If I haven't met Master Luo's requirements in 3 months, I will have to leave. I'm under a lot of pressure right now. Ji Li said with a bitter look on his face. Lu Zhen smiled and said, you will do whatever your father tells you to do. Are you so obedient? Ji Li pouted and said, if it were something else, I would definitely be rebellious. But this time my father threatened me. If I didn't agree, he would find me another stepmother and give me a younger brother. All my family's property has been passed on to my younger brother, and not a cent has been left to me. As you know, although my family is not as wealthy as the richest man, it is still considered wealthy. My biggest dream is to wait until death and become a rich second generation. The only reason I practice martial arts is to be able to marry 3 wives after I break through the realm of mortal martial arts. If it weren't for the sake of marrying more wives, I would have taken the cultural route long ago instead of suffering the hardship of martial arts. Lu Zhen chuckled. Your dad also does it for your own good. If you don't live up to your expectations on the big one, you will definitely have to practice the trumpet. Come on. After Lu Zhen comforted Ji Li for a few words, he went to look at other places. At this time, he met another acquaintance. Su Shengyan, you are here too. Lu Zhen was surprised to see an acquaintance again. Su Shengyan smiled and said, what? I feel surprised here. Lu Zhen nodded. It's indeed a bit surprising. I heard that you come from a martial arts family, and the elders in your family are all strong in martial arts. Why do you still need to go to a martial arts school to learn skills? Su Shengyan said, I definitely don't like other martial arts schools, but the master of this martial arts school is Senior Luo Cheng. My elders respect Senior Luo as a person and highly recognize his martial arts skills. He told me to come and learn from him. It might help my sword skills, so I'm here. I got Senior Luo's approval seriously and paid my tuition to join. It's not like Ji Li who came in through connections. Lu Zhen asked curiously. I'm very curious, how much tuition do you apprentices need to pay? How much tuition do you need to pay? Lu Zhen asked curiously. Su Shengyan said, for someone with my talent and strength to meet the requirements, 1 month's tuition would cost 1000 W. How much? Lu Zhen was a little surprised. 1000 W. So much. Good guy. 1000 W a month is 120 million a year. One apprentice costs 120 million, and with dozens of apprentices, this is worth several billion per year. Opening a martial arts gym is really profitable. No wonder Chu Daji put so much effort into opening a new martial arts gym even at the risk of offending the entire martial arts circle in Junhai City. The profits here are really huge. Which industry can be so profitable? Su Shengyan continued. 1000 W is already considered a small amount. My talent and strength can meet the requirements of Senior Luo to accept an apprentice, so the tuition fee only cost 1000 W. Those who are less talented and stronger than me, some may need 2000, 3000, or even 50 million. Like that guy Ji Li, even though he got in through connections, his monthly tuition still costs 40 to 50 million. Hearing this, Lu Zhen was shocked. He had already thought that the profit of the martial arts school was very high, but he did not expect that the actual profit would be even higher. Comparing this, it seems that the contract fee I collected at the beginning was not particularly high. At this time, Master Luo walked in. Seeing Luo Cheng, everyone immediately stopped and said hello to Luo Cheng. You continue to practice and ignore me. Lu Zhen, come with me. Luo Cheng waved to Lu Zhen. Lu Zhen followed immediately. Following Luo Cheng, he came to Luo Cheng's private training room. After entering, Luo Cheng immediately closed the door, leaving only the two of them in the room. Luo Cheng said, have you all met those junior brothers just now? I've seen it before. Lu Zhen nodded. Luo Cheng continued, in addition to calling you here this time, I want you to meet your new junior brother. I have some news for you. With that said, Luo Cheng took out an envelope from his pocket. Lingfeng Martial Arts School and 4 local martial arts schools came together to declare a challenge. On the opening day, they will come to the restaurant to kick off the business. This is their letter of challenge. Take a look at it. It has the name of their disciple who is responsible for kicking the gym. Lu Zhen took the letter of challenge and read it. He didn't recognize many of the names, but there was one name that he seemed to have seen before. Who is this Tu Lily? I seem to have seen this name somewhere. Lu Zhen asked. Luo Cheng smiled and said, he is the daughter of Tu Hongfei, the master of Lingfeng Martial Arts School. On the virtual arena's Junhai City rankings, it previously ranked first. But now you have surpassed me. It's her. Lu Zhen remembered instantly. Luo Cheng continued, the main player they play this time is this Tu Lily. I heard from Boss Chu that this Tu Lily is also an amazingly talented warrior. I was recommended to Noah University at a young age. Now I am a warrior in the mortal martial realm, and my martial arts level has reached the 5th level. And the person who taught her martial arts was a quasi-god realm expert from Noah University. Your opponent this time is not easy to deal with. As he said that, Luo Cheng couldn't help but frown. Lu Zhen was also a little surprised. Noah University. A student of a powerful quasi-god. Luo Cheng continued, although you are all in the mortal martial arts realm, your martial arts skills are all 5th level. But your current life level is too low. Even if she is in the same realm, with the same level of martial arts, if the difference in life levels is too big, she will still be unable to beat her. So, I plan to help you improve your overall strength during this period. Then I'll trouble you, Master Luo. Lu Zhen nodded, knowing that the opponent he was facing was not an easy one this time, and he had to go all out. Luo Cheng continued, your martial arts and body skills are all at level 5, but I don't know what your mental strength is yet. Before I help you formulate an improvement plan, I need to know your mental power first. Let's do this, right here, you unleash your greatest mental power to attack me. Let me see what level of mental strength you have now. Lu Zhen nodded. then I would be rude. As he spoke, he began to gather his mental strength. I saw his sharp eyes and his palms gathered at his waist. The center of both palms continuously condenses light. Turtle School Qigong is brewing. This is. Seeing this scene, Luo Cheng's pupils widened, as if he had seen something incredible. Drink. Lu Zhen's palms burst out, and he fired the turtle Qigong towards Luo Cheng without hesitation. Luo Cheng is a strong man at the pinnacle of the extreme martial realm, while Lu Zhen is only at the mortal martial realm. Even if he uses his full strength, it is impossible to hurt the opponent at all. The dazzling light shot towards Luo Cheng. Luo Cheng's eyes widened and he looked at the light in disbelief. He didn't react until the turtle-style Qigong was about to hit him. I saw him take action in an instant, and slapped his hands and sides with his back, directly sending the turtle-style Qigong flying away. Bang! The turtle Qigong hit the wall and exploded instantly. Dust and smoke billowed, filling the entire practice room. What's wrong? What happened? The disciples who were practicing outside heard the explosion and were directly attracted to it. Master Luo, what just happened? Chu Fugi asked in surprise. Master Luo waved his hand and said, "It's okay, you don't need to panic. The explosion just now was caused by my accidental mistake. Sorry to disturb you. Ignore us, you can go back and continue practicing." Oh. Chu Fugi nodded, and then left with everyone looking confused. After everyone left, Luo Cheng could no longer hide his excitement. Fifth section. This is the fifth level of spiritual power. My dear mother. You are going to defy heaven. Luo Cheng was so excited that he even spoke in dialect. At this moment, Luo Cheng was shocked and excited. What was shocking was that Lu Zhen actually had fifth level mental power. His 5 levels of martial arts and 5 levels of body skills are already very demonic. Coupled with these 5 levels of mental power, it is simply unbelievable. At this age and at this level, there are actually people who can achieve the 3rd and 5th Dan levels at the same time. Looking at the entire history of Blue Star, there is no second person. What makes Luo Cheng excited is that Lu Zhen has now met the requirements for practicing the shadowless technique. I thought it would take some time to improve his mental strength and then teach him the shadowless technique. There is no need for that now. How much time is left? Luo Cheng asked excitedly. Lu Zhen, your mental power has reached the 5th level, why didn't you tell me earlier? Lu Zhen said. No one asked me. Luo Cheng smiled and said, that's right. With your current martial arts and body skills, you don't need to use your mental power at all. If you don't use it deliberately, other people won't be able to tell. I never expected that your spiritual power is also in the 5th level. It's really unbelievable. But that's okay. It saves time for cultivating mental power. With your current martial arts, body, mind and strength, there is no need to improve your overall strength. Start practicing the shadowless technique directly. Shadowless technique. Is it finally here? Lu Zhen began to look forward to it. He had long wanted to know how powerful the amazing shadowless technique was. Luo Cheng smiled and said, before I started teaching you the shadowless technique, I was still a little curious. What move did you just perform? Lu Zhen didn't hide anything and said directly, that move is called turtle-style Qigong. Turtle-style Qigong. Luo Cheng thought for a while and continued, I've never heard of it. If I read it correctly, that move should be a spiritual martial skill. And it's the kind of supreme martial arts that combines strength and spiritual power. Spiritual martial arts are generally only mastered by those in the extreme martial arts realm. And this kind of supreme spiritual martial arts that combines strength and spirit can only be performed by extremely powerful warriors with super strong strength and spiritual power. It's unbelievable that you, who are only at the ordinary martial arts level, can perform such powerful martial arts. Can you tell me where you learned it? Sorry, Master Luo. Lu Zhen shook his head slightly, saying no. It's not that he doesn't want to say it, but he doesn't know how to say it. He can't say it was given to me by the system, right? Who would believe that? It's okay. I was presumptuous. Luo Cheng said with a smile. Since it's your secret, naturally you can't let others know. I'm just surprised that at your age and level you can actually comprehend such a powerful spiritual martial art. This talent is so outrageous. At the same time, I'm also very happy, which means I didn't find the wrong person. If you can understand the most powerful spiritual martial arts such as Turtle School Qigong, you should also be able to easily understand the shadowless technique that I want to teach you. Luo Cheng paused, and his eyes suddenly changed. The next second, a strange scene appeared. Luo Cheng's body became blurry, and then split into a body exactly like Luo Cheng. Then, the two, Luo Chengs continued to split into two identical, Luo Chengs. At this moment, there are 4 identical, Luo Chengs in the training room. Looking at this scene, Lu Zhen was shocked. He thought he was dazzled and hurriedly rubbed his eyes. When he opened his eyes again, he found that it was true. There are really 4, Luo Cheng, in front of him. How is this possible? Lu Zhen exclaimed in disbelief. One of them, Luo Cheng, said, "You can attack us at the same time now and see if you can hit us." Lu Zhen nodded. He was also very curious, so he decisively punched one of the Luo Chengs. That Luo Cheng didn't dodge or defend, he just stood there and took Lu Zhen's punch. But when the fist hit him, the fist actually went through directly, as if it hit the air. Is this fake? Lu Zhen was surprised and turned around to attack the other, Luo Cheng. Even if a punch is thrown out, it still passes directly through the opponent's body, as if it hits the air. False again. Could it be that it's all fake? Lu Zhen didn't believe in evil and attacked the last two, Luo Cheng, together. But the result is the same, those two, Luo Cheng, were also fake. The fist hit them and went straight through them, just like hitting the air. Is it all a lie? How is this possible? Lu Zhen was shocked. He thought it was a martial skill similar to clones. One of the 4 was always real, but they were all fake. Seeing Lu Zhen's shocked look, the 4 Luo Cheng slowly walked towards him and put their hands on his shoulders. This feeling, Lu Zhen's eyes widened. He could clearly feel that the 4 Luo Cheng's hands were really on his shoulders. It was not fake. At this time, the bodies of the 4 Luo Cheng became blurry again, and then they all merged into one body, becoming one Luo Cheng again. Luo Cheng smiled and said, "You think we are fake, but in fact we all turned out to be real. But if you really think we are real, in fact they are all fake." Luo Cheng's words were convoluted, leaving Lu Zhen confused. Is that true or false? Lu Zhen asked doubtfully. Luo Cheng smiled and said, "It's all true, and it's all false. Whether it is true or false depends entirely on the will of the person who performs it." Lu Zhen asked in surprise, "Could it be that what you just performed was the shadowless technique?" "That's right." Luo Cheng nodded. The so-called shadowless technique means that it disappears without a trace, so that the enemy cannot tell the truth from the false. When the shadowless technique is used, it can differentiate into clones that are exactly the same as the original body. These clones are actually fake. Only one of the clones is the real body, and the rest are all phantoms. The caster can switch back and forth among these phantoms at any time, so that it can be true and false without leaving a trace, repeatedly confusing the opponent. This is the shadowless technique. Listening to Luo Cheng's explanation, Lu Zhen felt that he understood a little bit, but he was still a little confused and asked, "Since only one of them is real, why did I clearly feel that all 4 of your hands were real when your 4 clones touched me just now?" Luo Cheng explained, "This is where the shadowless technique is most powerful. If it's just an ordinary switch back and forth between clones, the shadowless technique can only be regarded as an illusion at best, and cannot be called a martial skill. These false clones of the shadowless technique cannot be attacked by others, but they can attack and have a certain degree of lethality. It's just that the power is not as strong as the main body. If you want to make these clones more lethal, you have to look at the level of the caster's martial arts, body skills, and mental strength. Once one aspect is weak, the true power of the shadowless technique cannot be exerted, and the power exerted is far less powerful than ordinary martial arts. This is why the successor's martial arts, body skills, and mental strength are required to reach a balanced level." Hearing this, Lu Zhen nodded. He finally understood. To put it bluntly, shadowless technique can separate into lethal clones. Moreover, the main body can be switched back and forth, and the enemy cannot hurt the clone. If used well, whether it is attacking or dodging, it can work wonders. Calculating it this way, shadowless technique is really a powerful martial skill. His strength lies not in his power, but in his flexibility and deception. Luo Cheng continued. If we look at the classification, shadowless technique should be regarded as a spiritual martial art. The control of these clones relies heavily on the mental power of the caster, and also consumes a lot of mental power. A person only needs a certain amount of mental expenditure to control one body, but if he wants to control multiple bodies at the same time, the energy consumption must be doubled. If the user's mental strength is not up to standard, he will not be able to perform this martial art at all. Lu Zhen nodded to express understanding. To control so many clones at once really consumes mental energy. Luo Cheng continued. Your current martial arts, body skills, and mental strength are all in the 5th level. It's a very balanced level. You have fully met the requirements for practicing the shadowless technique. From now on, I will officially teach you the shadowless technique. The principle of shadowless technique is through. Luo Cheng began to explain the theoretical principles and underlying logic of shadowless technique. Lu Zhen listened carefully. If he had any questions, Luo Cheng would patiently answer them. Before I knew it, this lecture lasted several hours. Alright. The basic theory of shadowless technique has been explained. After Luo Cheng finished speaking, he took a sip of tea. At the same time, just after he finished explaining, a voice sounded in Lu Zhen's mind. It has been detected that you have learned the shadowless technique. Your average martial arts skill is level 5, and the shadowless technique will automatically be upgraded to level 5. Hearing this voice, Lu Zhen couldn't help but smile. The system function is easy to use, and any new martial arts skills you learn can be automatically upgraded. This can save a lot of practice time. Luo Cheng looked at Lu Zhen and said, as you just heard, the principle of shadowless technique is very complicated. If you want to learn it thoroughly, it won't be accomplished in a short while. I started learning shadowless technique when I was 17, and it took me almost 2 years to get started. I have been practicing the shadowless technique for decades now. To say it is a great success is a bit too much, but at least it is a small success. I am at the peak of the extreme martial realm. With my level, I can currently create up to 8 clones. This is already my greatest limit. But it's not the limit of shadowless technique. In the history of Wying sect, there was a leader who achieved the quasi-god realm. You can create nearly 100 clones in one breath. It can be said that the stronger the realm, the stronger the shadowless technique. Lu Zhen was surprised when he heard this. Nearly 100 clones. That one person is an army. This is outrageous. Luo Cheng continued. You already understand the principle. You can try it now and see if it can be used smoothly. Of course, after all, this is your first attempt, so you can't succeed in the first try. It took me 2 years to get started, and I tried thousands of times before I could create my first clone. Your talent is much better than when I was young. You shouldn't need to use it thousands of times. Lu Zhen nodded, then let me give it a try. Then, under Luo Cheng's gaze, Lu Zhen began to communicate with the shadowless technique in his body. I saw his brows furrowed and felt that his mental state was constantly expanding. The next second, his body began to become blurry and gradually twisted, as if it was about to split. How is this possible? Looking at this scene, Luo Cheng's eyes widened in disbelief. In this state, Lu Zhen was clearly about to take on the form of his first clone. Under Luo Cheng's shocked eyes, Lu Zhen's body successfully transformed into an identical clone. What a success! Luo Cheng was shocked that Lu Zhen actually came out. Is this his first time trying it? Success on the first try. This is incredible. Lu Zhen frowned. After forming his first clone, he didn't intend to stop yet. His body became blurry again. He doesn't want to turn into a second clone, right? Luo Cheng said in disbelief. And the fact is exactly what he thought. Not long after Lu Zhen transformed into the first clone, he transformed into a second clone. My dear mother. It really turned out. Luo Cheng's eyes widened and his mouth opened wide. At this moment, other than being shocked, he no longer knew what to say. It took me 2 years to get started, and it took me thousands of attempts to successfully create my first clone. But Lu Zhen actually succeeded in one attempt, and even created 2 clones. Luo Cheng has already thought that Lu Zhen's talent is outrageous. But I didn't expect that Lu Zhen's real talent was much more outrageous than imagined. Compared with him, I am simply a muggle. It's so shocking. After Lu Zhen transformed into a second clone, he wanted to try a third clone. But the mental energy consumption was too great, and I couldn't bear it at all, so I failed in the end. This also proves that his current limit is 2 clones. Huh. The 2 clones disappeared, and Lu Zhen collapsed on the ground exhausted, sighing regretfully. No, I still can't bear it. The third clone still can't be transformed. These words made Luo Cheng's lips twitch. Do you think this is spoken in human language? Not satisfied with making 2 bodies on your first try. Do you still want to take on a third body? Luo Cheng kept complaining in his heart, but he was still very happy. The 2 clones are already very powerful. This has been far beyond my imagination. You succeeded on the first try. Your talent is so terrifying. If I hadn't seen it with my own eyes, I wouldn't have believed it to death. Someone could practice the shadowless technique for the first time and create 2 clones. If the previous leaders knew about it, they would have to climb out of the coffin and take a look. Luo Cheng exclaimed. Lu Zhen smiled and said, is it that exaggerated? Luo Cheng smiled and said, you can't describe it as an exaggeration. It's against the sky. My master once told me when I first started practicing shadowless technique. I am the one with the fastest comprehension speed in the history of Wying sect. I was still smug at the time. But now it seems that I am a joke. You are the one with the fastest comprehension speed in the history of Wying sect. What Luo Cheng said made Lu Zhen a little embarrassed. What you said is too exaggerated. Luo Cheng said, you don't have to be modest. Fast is fast, there's no need to hide it. You deserve such praise. Lu Zhen smiled and said, Master Luo, thank you. Luo Cheng continued to ask, how does the shadowless technique feel? Lu Zhen said, it's amazing. It feels like every clone is me, but none of them are me. But it does consume a lot of mental energy. I can easily control 1 clone, but it's a bit uncomfortable when I have 2 souls. Luo Cheng nodded. It's normal. You are only in the mortal martial realm now. No matter how high your mental power is, it won't be much higher. Being able to control 2 clones is already very powerful. Lu Zhen nodded and asked, just after I transformed into a clone, I suddenly thought of a question. Can I just sit at home and let my avatar go out and wander around? If you encounter any danger, you can return to the safe area as soon as possible. Luo Cheng smiled and said, the clone created by shadowless technique is, in the final analysis, just an illusion that relies on the main body. Not really. The clone and the main body cannot be too far apart. The further away the clone is, the greater the mental power will be consumed. Once it exceeds the range of your mental control, the clone will disappear. So it's best not to let the clone get too far away from you. It's best to control it within a certain range. Of course, the higher the realm, the farther the range of activities can be. Hearing this, Lu Zhen nodded to express his understanding. He stood up and saluted Luo Cheng with clasped fists. This etiquette is something that warriors would do to respect their elders. Thank you, Master Luo, for teaching me such powerful martial arts. The 2 of them were not masters and disciples, but the other person taught him his unique skills to an outsider. For this, Lu Zhen deserves a thank you. Ha ha ha. I accept your wishes. Luo Cheng happily helped Lu Zhen up, and he became more and more pleased with Lu Zhen. However, he did not take the opportunity to ask Lu Zhen if he really wanted to become his teacher. In his opinion, the moment Lu Zhen accepted the shadowless technique, he had become the true successor of the shadowless sect. Whether he is a master or a disciple, or whether he has that title is no longer important. The important thing is that Luo Cheng firmly believes that the shadowless technique will be more prosperous in Lu Zhen's hands than in his own hands. I have a broken arm and a hidden illness. I am afraid that I will not be able to advance in martial arts in this life. But Lu Zhen is still young, and very young. As long as he doesn't fall halfway, he will definitely become a famous figure in the future. In his hands, the shadowless technique will surely reverberate throughout the 7-star civilization. After his death, he can give an explanation to all previous heads. Luo Cheng helped Lu Zhen answer some questions about the shadowless technique. It wasn't until it got very late that he reluctantly sent Lu Zhen away. Master Luo, stay. I'll just go back by myself. You don't need to send it away. Lu Zhen waved goodbye to Luo Cheng and left. Good. Seeing Lu Zhen's leaving figure getting further and further away, Luo Cheng finally breathed a sigh of relief. The wish that had been pressing in his heart for many years was finally fulfilled today. This young man Lu Zhen really gave him too many surprises. Luo Cheng took out his mobile phone and made a call. Master Luo, it's so late, do you have any instructions? Chu Daji asked. Luo Cheng smiled and said, a good news or a bad news, which one do you want to hear first? Chu Daji smiled and said, Master Luo, you seem to be in a good mood today, are you starting to show off? Chu Daji and Luo Cheng have known each other for so long. In his impression, Luo Cheng is a person who seldom jokes. He rarely talks about anything, he basically talks about things when they have something to say and doesn't say a word of nonsense. Judging from the tone of his voice just now, he must have encountered something that made him very happy today. Chu Daji smiled and said, let's hear the good news first. Luo Cheng smiled and said, the good news is that Lu Zhen's talent far exceeds my imagination. I taught him the shadowless technique for the first time today, and he has already mastered it. With the shadowless technique, the matter of kicking the gym this time is considered stable. You mastered it so quickly. Isn't it difficult? Chu Daji said in surprise. Luo Cheng smiled and said, it is difficult, at least I think it is difficult. But people and their constitutions cannot be generalized. For an astonishing genius like Lu Zhen, it's nothing at all. Okay. This is indeed good news. Chu Daji said excitedly, what about the bad news? Luo Cheng smiled and said, the bad news is that you may have to spend money again. I already thought Lu Zhen's talent was outrageous, but his real talent is even more outrageous than I imagined. His future martial arts achievements will be frighteningly high. As long as he doesn't die midway, achieving the quasi-god realm is almost certain. Quasi-god realm. Hearing this, Chu Daji almost dropped his jaw, is it true? Is it that exaggerated? Quasi-god realm, the highest realm known to the seven-star civilization. Not to mention in Daxia, even in Blue Star or even seven-star civilization, they are the top figures. If Lu Zhen can really achieve the quasi-god realm in the future, this will definitely be a big deal. Luo Cheng continued, I have seen too many geniuses, and none of them are as outrageous as Lu Zhen. Let's just talk about our Huxia leader Shan Zhujing. His talent back then was already very powerful. It's not an exaggeration to say there's nothing in the tens of billions. To offend the leader, if Shan Zhujing and Lu Zhen are the same age. With Lu Zhen's current level, it is a bit exaggerated to say that he can win 100 single tributes, but it is still okay to win 70 or 80 single tributes. Shan Zhujing can successfully break through to the quasi-god realm, so wouldn't it be easy for Lu Zhen to break through? Chu Daji was shocked when he heard Luo Cheng's words. He nodded and said, thank you, Master Luo, for reminding me, I know what to do. Luo Cheng's words were so clear. Even if Chu Daji was a fool, he knew what to do. Now, although he and Lu Zhen are very familiar with each other, Lu Zhen also respects him very much and calls him Uncle Chu. But the real relationship between them is still an employment relationship. Lu Zhen is a member of his martial arts club and a disciple of the new martial arts school. The two are tied together by contract. One party can terminate the contract and leave at any time, making this relationship very unstable. Now that Lu Zhen has shown such amazing talent, his future achievements are limitless. If you can't tie him up before he is fully developed. If you want to get on his boat after he becomes a big shot, I'm afraid you won't have the chance. Chu Daji didn't think much and made an instant decision. He asked the company to draft a contract overnight, which was an equity transfer contract. Chu Daji planned to transfer 50% of his own martial arts club and the new martial arts gym to Lu Zhen. As long as Lu Zhen accepts his shares, the relationship between them will no longer be an employment relationship, but a partnership relationship. After getting the contract, Chu Daji roped in Chu Fugi and found Lu Zhen directly in the middle of the night. Lu Zhen was also surprised when he learned that Chu Daji was going to transfer the shares to him. He originally wanted to refuse, but after all, he was not rewarded for his merit. The value of half of the shares of the martial arts club and the new martial arts gym cannot be measured in hundreds of millions or more than $1 billion. But Chu Daji was very talkative, and after being fooled for a while, Lu Zhen accepted it happily. When leaving Lu Zhen's residence, Chu Daji was extremely happy. Chu Fugi saw his old father being so excited when giving money to others, and instantly guessed his intention. Dad, do you want to tie Lu Zhen to us? Chu Fugi asked. Chu Daji smiled and said, that's right. Before, I thought too simply. I only saw Lu Zhen's current value, but ignored his future value. He's growing up faster than we thought. If you don't tie him up before he grows up. When he really grows up, I'm afraid it will be too late. It's a pity that I don't have a daughter, so I can only use this method to tie him up. If I have a daughter, even if you are a girl, I will definitely send you to his bed tonight. Hear this. Chu Fugi's expression changed instantly, and he said displeased ly. Dad, you are romances. Can't men do it? Zhonghai Airport. Today is Tu Lily's return day. At this moment, Tu Hongfei, his family, a group of martial arts apprentices, and other martial arts masters were waiting patiently. With such a big battle, people who didn't know it thought they were looking for someone to fight. Didn't the plane land already? Why doesn't Lily come out? Tu Hongfei's wife asked. Tu Hongfei said calmly, why are you so anxious? The plane has already landed. Can we still lose the person? Tu Hongfei's wife said, it's just that I haven't seen Lily for a long time, and I can't wait any longer. Tu Hongfei sneered, women are troublesome, can't they be more steady and patient like me? At this time, a beautiful figure appeared, and someone said in surprise, it's Lily, Lily is coming out. Here he is. Where is he? Tu Hongfei suddenly became excited. At a glance, he saw a girl walking not far away, wearing sportswear, holding a suitcase, carrying a school bag, and with short, capable hair. Tu Hongfei was the first to bear the brunt and rushed over. TCH. You are more impatient than anyone else, and you still have the nerve to say that I am impatient. Tu Hongfei's wife couldn't help complaining, and then followed her. Lily, you are finally back. I haven't seen you for so long. I almost miss my father. Tu Hongfei came to his daughter and took her daughter's luggage, for fear of tiring her daughter. At this time, other people also came forward. Tu Lily was a little surprised to see so many people coming to greet her. Uncles and uncles, why are you here too? One of the gym owners smiled happily and said, you are the last savior of these martial arts gyms in Zhonghai City. We must come to greet you in person. Tu Lily smiled and said, don't worry, uncles. My dad has already told me on the phone about the trouble everyone is having. I came back this time to help you defeat that new martial arts school. As long as I'm here, you can't even think of opening that new martial arts gym. Hearing this, everyone laughed happily. Okay. With Lily's words, we feel relieved. Tu Lily glanced at the crowd greeting him, and then asked. Where's Yingying? You all came to pick me up, why didn't she come? Tu Hongfei said, she has been in some situations recently and has some emotional problems. Tu Lily frowned. What's wrong with her? She still loved her sister very much, and when she heard something was wrong, she couldn't help but worry. Tu Hongfei said, I can't explain it in 1 or 2 sentences. Just go home and take a look and you will understand. Then, Tu Lily followed everyone back to the villa where she lived. As the owner of Lingfeng Martial Arts School, Tu Hongfei's income is considered top-notch in Zhonghai City. Although the place where I live is not as luxurious as the Wumang Courtyard Villa, it is not much different. As soon as she returned to the villa, Tu Lily looked anxiously for Tu Yingying. Dad, where is Yingying? Should be in the room. Tu Lily came to Tu Yingying's room anxiously, and then opened the door directly and entered. The room was gloomy, the curtains were tightly closed, and no light shone in. Tu Yingying was wearing a long white dress, with her hair messy and curled up at the corner. Her expression was dull and her mental state was very bad. Tu Yingying walked over and helped her sister up. Yingying, what's wrong with you? Tu Yingying glanced with dull eyes and said expressionlessly, Sister, you are back. It's me, what's wrong with you? Tu Lily asked. I'm fine, don't pay attention to me. Tu Yingying replied expressionlessly. How can you call it okay? It's obviously something. Tu Lily frowned. I have a very good relationship with this sister. Every time I come back, she will be so excited that she wants to stick to him all the time. This time she came back after such a long time. Logically speaking, she should be very excited. How could she be so calm? And with her mental state, anyone with a discerning eye would know something is wrong at a glance. Facing Tu Lily's questioning, Tu Yingying looked dull and didn't reply, just looking at her expressionlessly. The more she behaves like this, the more uncomfortable Tu Lily becomes. At this time, Tu Hongfei came over and said, "Let Yingying be alone. She doesn't like to be disturbed right now." Tu Lily wanted to say something more, but seeing her sister in this state, she could only withdraw first. After walking out of the room, Tu Lily asked anxiously, "Dad, what's going on with Yingying?" Tu Hongfei said, "The doctor said Yingying has depression." Depression. Tu Lily was surprised. She was fine when I came back a few months ago. Why did you suddenly become depressed? How could such a lively and cheerful little girl become depressed? Tu Lily couldn't understand. She knew her sister's character very well. She was a very out-of-the-box and lively character. This kind of personality doesn't look like someone who would be depressed at all. Tu Hongfei frowned and said, "It's related to the previous invasion of the Sea Fish tribe. Junhai City was invaded by the Fish clan some time ago, do you still remember it?" Tu Lily nodded. "Remember, although I am not in Daxia, I still know about this from the news." What does this have to do with Yingying's depression? When the Sea Fish tribe invaded before, she called back immediately to inquire. When she heard that no one was injured, she didn't ask any more questions. "I didn't expect that something so big would happen to my sister," Tu Hongfei said. The invasion of the Sea Fish tribe was very sudden, but it did not cause much harm. However, during this period, a group of marine fish tribe escaped the pursuit of the Sky Eye and ran to Yongle Hospital through the pipeline. Yingying and your mother happened to be at Yongle Hospital that day. Tu Lily frowned and said, "Did you get beaten stupid by the Fish clan?" Tu Hongfei continued, "It has nothing to do with the Sea Fish clan. There are a total of 10 marine fish lurking in the hospital. It is said that they are all in the mortal martial realm. At that time, all the warriors above the mortal martial realm in Junhai City were fighting in the coastal area, and they couldn't be taken care of at all. Yingying did fight with those Sea Fish tribe that day, but after finding out that she was no match, she ran away with your mother." Run away. Tu Lily was stunned for a moment, and then reacted instantly, "It's okay to run away. There are so many foreign races in the mortal martial realm, and Yingying is no match. Running away was the right decision. It's just a pity for those in the hospital." Tu Hongfei said. Faced with that kind of invincible situation, running away is indeed the right choice. It would be the same no matter who it was. But just after Yingying escaped, a young man stood up. "I also killed all 10 Sea Fish tribesmen. The people in the hospital were not killed by aliens because of him. That boy also became a hero in Junhai City." Hearing this, Tu Lily was a little surprised. One person killed 10 mortal martial arts aliens. What state is that young man in? Tu Hongfei said. He was not yet at the mortal martial realm at the beginning, but he should be there now. Tu Lily was instantly shocked. You killed so many foreigners in the mortal martial realm before you even reached the mortal martial realm. How did he do it? Tu Hongfei frowned. I don't know, but he was seriously injured at the time. Fortunately, he was rescued in time, otherwise he would be dead. For defeating aliens and saving everyone by himself, this young man can indeed be called a hero. Tu Lily nodded, sincerely admiring this young man. But she was still confused. What does this have to do with Yingying's depression? Tu Hongfei said. Yingying made the right choice to escape at that time, and I also approve of what she did at that time. But people are afraid of comparisons. That boy became a hero and received praise and recognition from the entire people of Junhai City. Even Shan Zhujing, the leader of the Wagwo Martial Arts League, came in person to commend him and award him a second-level Medal of Honor. And Yingying was pulled out to compare with him. They are both warriors, about the same age, and about the same level. There are people who are not afraid of danger when facing aliens and fight to the end to protect the people and aliens. But some people deserted in the face of the battle, abandoned the people, and lived in an ignoble way. For a time, Yingying suffered endless abuse and ridicule, both online and in real life. Even her former good friends looked down upon her, and all of them began to distance themselves from her and neglect her. Yingying has never suffered this kind of grievance since she was a child, and her mental state can no longer be maintained. So she locked herself in her room all day long, not going out or talking to anyone. By the time we reacted, she was already suffering from depression. Hearing this, Tu Lily's heart instantly surged with anger. Are these people sick? If you don't run away in that situation, are you waiting to die? Let a warrior who has not yet entered the level face so many aliens in the mortal martial realm. This is moral kidnapping. You still dare to insult Yingying, this is mental bullying. These people should be killed by the aliens. They are not worth saving at all. The more Tu Lily talked, the angrier she became. She wished she could beat those people to death right now. Hey! Tu Hongfei sighed. So people are most afraid of comparison. If it weren't for the young man at the back, all the people in the hospital would have been bitten to death by the aliens. Then Yingying's choice to escape is absolutely correct. No one can say anything about her. But after she left, someone beat those aliens to death. Such a comparison shows that Yingying is a bit greedy for life and afraid of death. You also know that our 7-star civilization looks down upon deserters the most. Although Yingying is not a soldier yet, she left a bad impression because of her sudden escape. Those who originally had a good impression of her have changed their minds. Although they didn't say it explicitly, I could sense it. There was a martial arts university that wanted to recruit Yingying as their student, but they even sent Yingying a letter of recommendation. I didn't agree immediately. After this matter came out, I wanted to agree, but the other party didn't want to accept it yet. Listening to her old father's words, Tu Lily's face turned ugly. These people are so realistic. Tu Hongfei said, you can't blame others. Everyone seeks advantages and avoids disadvantages. If you can't give others value, you can't blame them for abandoning you. Tu Lily frowned and said, that's what you say, I can understand it. But understanding doesn't mean accepting. Tu Hongfei sighed again. Hey. If Yingying did not run away at that time, but chose to stay and fight against the aliens with that boy, then it won't be like this. Maybe she can be like that boy and become what people call a hero. But it's too late to say anything now. Some things, since you have made a choice, you have to be responsible for the results. Tu Lily frowned and said, then what should we do now? If Yingying's condition was not treated in time, I'm really afraid that she would have lost her mind and done something to harm herself that day. I've heard that many people with depression end up committing suicide. I don't want to see Yingying like that. Tu Hongfei frowned and said, I originally wanted Yingying to participate in the high school martial arts meet, but because of this incident, I had to give up. I have also suspended Yingying from school. We also hired the best psychiatrist for her. Treat for a while first to see if there is any effect. If not, you can only think of other ways. Seeing her old father's worried look, Tu Lily felt very distressed. A few months ago, his father was high-spirited and full of pride, but now he is haggard and his hair has turned a lot whiter. Let's not talk about it anymore. Tu Hongfei smiled and said, I can handle family matters. It's a matter of the martial arts school to find you back this time. Tu Hongfei took Tu Lily to the living room and poured her a cup of tea. Tu Lily took a sip of tea and said, you told me on the phone that the disciple in the new martial arts school is very troublesome. I'm very curious about who it is that actually needs me to take action. Tu Hongfei said, you remember what I just told you about, the young man who defeated aliens in the hospital, saved everyone, and was called a hero by the people. Is it him? Tu Lily asked. Tu Hongfei nodded. Yes, that's him. That young man's name is Lu Zhen. I'm only 15 years old this year. Now we are in the mortal martial realm, and our martial arts and body skills have reached the 5th level. What? Tu Lily was shocked on the spot when she heard this. A 15-year-old in the mortal martial realm. His martial arts and body skills are still at the 5th level. Really or not? Tu Lily looked surprised. She is a genius herself, and Noah University where she attends is also full of geniuses. But no one can do it like Lu Zhen. A 15-year-old mortal martial artist is still at the double 5th level. This is incredible. Tu Hongfei said. Everyone who came back from the high school martial arts club said that he is in the mortal martial arts realm and double 5th level. But there is no video leaked online, and I am not 100% sure whether it is true. But so many people say it's true, so let's just take it as true. At the level of mortal martial realm and double 5th stage, there is no other young warrior with such strength in Junhai City. No one can compete with him. That's why I called you back from Noah University. Tu Lily nodded. If it is true, it is indeed a bit tricky. Without me, I really can't win. Does the other party know that it's me who comes to kick the gym? What's their attitude? Tu Hongfei said. I have already issued a letter of challenge to them. They also accepted it, but there was no response. No response. Tu Lily sneered. Are they that confident? Or do they look down on me? Tu Hongfei said. I don't know. The other party's background is not small. The master of the new martial arts school is Luo Cheng, who was very famous in the military back then. He is at the pinnacle of the extreme martial arts realm, and his signature martial arts shadowless technique is even more prestigious. Back then, one man defended the city and killed the foreigners so that they did not dare to act rashly. With him is the martial arts master, and Lu Zhen, a talented young man. They have the confidence to fight us. Hearing this, Tu Lily sneered disdainfully. Are you so confident at the peak of the extreme martial arts realm? Don't they know that my mentor is in the quasi-god realm? I have been practicing with my mentor for several years. Although I am still in the mortal martial realm, my life level has reached level 16.7. My martial arts and body skills have also broken through to the 5th level. Although I am not the strongest among the many disciples of my mentor, I am not far behind. No one dared to look down on me at Noah University. I didn't expect that I would be looked down upon so much when I returned to Junhai City. If my senior brothers and sisters find out, they will laugh at me. Tu Hongfei smiled and continued. Generally speaking, only martial arts disciples can compete in the gym. But you are my daughter. You have been practicing martial arts at Lingfeng Martial Arts School since you were a child, so you can be considered a disciple. It's up to you to act, and no one else can find fault. This kickoff is related to the future survival of these old martial arts gyms in Junhai City. It's all up to you. Tu Lily sneered. Don't worry, Dad. Now that I'm back, I won't let them succeed. The martial arts industry in Junhai City is our territory, and I will never allow outsiders to get involved. The news of Tu Lily's return caused a small sensation in Junhai City. Everyone knows that he came back to play in the gym. The opening of the new martial arts gym has become the most concerning thing for the people of Junhai City. They all waited for the opening of the new martial arts gym with the intention of watching the excitement. As time passed, the day for the opening of the new martial arts gym finally arrived. On this day, the sun is just right and the temperature is suitable, making it a suitable day to go out. It is also the day when the new martial arts gym opens. Early in the morning, the outside of the new martial arts hall was already crowded with people. These people are all here for the kickoff session. Today is the opening day, and Lu Zhen got up early in the morning. After he finished washing, he went downstairs to prepare for breakfast. Usually at this time, Grandma has already prepared breakfast for him. But when he went downstairs, he found that the kitchen was deserted, and he didn't see his grandmother. Where's Grandma? Lu Zhen felt strange. He came outside his grandmother's room and was about to knock on the door when he found that the door was open and his grandmother was lying on the bed covered with a thick quilt. Grandma, why did you get up so late today? Lu Zhen asked with a smile. Grandma didn't respond, still lying on the bed. Lu Zhen felt strange. After walking over, he found that his grandmother's face was extremely ugly and she looked very uncomfortable. My forehead was hot and I was sweating constantly. Grandma, what's wrong with you? Lu Zhen asked quickly. Grandma still didn't respond. Lu Zhen had a bad premonition in his heart. He quickly carried his grandmother on his back and ran toward the hospital. Other side. There was already a sea of people outside the martial arts hall. In addition to those watching the fun, there were also many media reporters. Of course, there are people from other martial arts schools. In the new martial arts hall, everyone also came early in the morning. On such an important day, everyone seemed very excited. They were wearing identical martial arts uniforms, and the materials and workmanship of each piece were of the highest quality. You could tell at a glance that they had spent a lot of money. Luo Cheng looked at everyone and asked, Is everyone here? Chu Fugi said, Everyone else is here, only senior brother Lu is here. I've called him and he said he's on his way. Should be arriving soon. Luo Cheng nodded and looked at Chu Daji aside. Boss Chu, whether we can gain a foothold in Junhai City depends on today. The kicker should be waiting outside the door. Are you ready? Chu Daji smiled and said, I have been planning for this day for many years and have been prepared for it for a long time. Just open the door. Luo Cheng nodded. Okay, then I'll open the door. With that said, Luo Cheng opened the door of the new martial arts hall with his own hands. As soon as he opened the door, he saw countless figures standing outside waiting. Coming. It's open. They're out. Looking at the people outside, Luo Cheng cupped his hands and smiled. Today is the opening day of Chu's martial arts gym. I am martial arts master Luo Cheng. Thank you for your support. From now on, Chu's martial arts school will be a part of Junhai City. I hope everyone can take good care of it. Take care of me. As soon as he finished speaking, people from other martial arts schools came up impatiently. Tu Hongfei cupped his hands and smiled. Congratulations. I am Tu Hongfei, the president of Junhai City Martial Arts Association and the owner of Lingfeng Martial Arts Gym. Today, I will bring my colleagues from other martial arts schools to express my congratulations to the new martial arts gym. Wish you a happy opening. After Tu Hongfei finished speaking, other martial arts gym owners and their disciples also said in unison, wish you a happy opening. The sound was loud and deafening. Seeing them, those watching the excitement instantly became excited. Come on. The kickoff session is coming. Luo Cheng knew the other party's purpose, but since the other party came to congratulate him, he just greeted him with a smile. He cupped his hands and said with a smile, thanks so much. We will all be colleagues from now on, so please take good care of me. Tu Hongfei smiled and said, that's natural. Senior Luo's name is well known in the military. There is also a glorious record of one person defending the city. I, too, admire you very much. But, Tu Hongfei changed his words and his eyes changed. But there are rules. Although I admire you, I must act according to the rules. According to the rules of the 7-star civilization, any new martial arts gym that opens must be approved by the old martial arts gym. That is to say, kicking the gym. Only by winning the kicking gym can the new martial arts gym continue to open. Does Senior Luo know this rule? Luo Cheng smiled and said, since I dare to open a new martial arts gym, I naturally know. I have prepared the arena a long time ago and am waiting for you to come and compete. Inside please. Luo Cheng made a gesture of invitation. Tu Hongfei did not hesitate and led everyone into the new martial arts hall. And when they entered, they couldn't help but be amazed. This environment, this equipment, no matter which one is top-notch, is incomparable to other martial arts schools. Tu Hongfei looked at the surrounding environment and became even more determined that he must not let the new martial arts gym open. With this environment and equipment, if he were to be an apprentice, he would not hesitate to choose the new martial arts school. If new martial arts schools are allowed to open, these old martial arts schools can really close their doors. Under the leadership of Luo Cheng, we came to the battle room. There is a huge arena in the battle room. Luo Cheng said, let's decide the winner here. Tu Hongfei said, it's refreshing, since Senior Luo is so direct. Then let's stop talking nonsense. Lily, it's your turn. The words fell. A girl wearing sportswear and short hair walked out of the crowd. She slowly walked to the edge of the ring and jumped on without hesitation. She looked down at the disciples in the new martial arts hall, her face full of confidence. Is she Tu Lily? The most evil genius in Junhai City. Tu Lily, who was admitted to Noah University as a teenager and was even accepted as a disciple by a strong man in the quasi-god realm. When the disciples of the new martial arts school, including the lively audience, saw Tu Lily, they all showed surprised expressions on their faces. Tu Hongfei said, this is my daughter, Tu Lily. He is also the disciple responsible for kicking the gym this time. Please Lu Zhen come out. Everyone looked at Luo Cheng and then at the disciples of the new martial arts hall, but they did not find Lu Zhen. Luo Cheng looked at Chu Fugi on the side and asked, isn't Lu Zhen here yet? Chu Fugi said, not here yet, probably still on the way. Luo Cheng nodded. Call and urge him to hurry up. It's already started here. Chu Fugi nodded, then took out his mobile phone and dialed Lu Zhen's number, but no one answered after several calls. Master Luo, no one answered Lu Zhen's call. Chu Fugi said truthfully. What's going on? Luo Cheng frowned instantly. Chu Fugi said, I don't know. I could get through it early in the morning, but I don't know why I can't get through it now. He should still be on his way here. Luo Cheng frowned. That's all, I'll delay it for a while. Luo Cheng cupped his hands towards Tu Hongfei and smiled. I'm sorry, Master Tu. Lu Zhen is on his way, please wait a moment. Tu Hongfei smiled and said, well, since no one has arrived, I will wait a while. In this way, everyone waited for Lu Zhen's arrival in the battle room for 2 hours. Everyone's patience was gone. Tu Hongfei couldn't help it anymore and stood up and said, Master Luo, I wonder how long we have to wait. Luo Cheng forced a smile and said, it's almost here. It should be there soon. Luo Cheng was also anxious. Who knew that Lu Zhen suddenly lost his temper at this time and called him many times, but no one answered. Tu Hongfei also gave Luo Cheng a lot of face. After waiting for another hour, Lu Zhen still didn't come. She couldn't help but stand up again and said, Senior Luo, I have been waiting for 3 hours. You are a senior, I will give you enough face. But we can't keep waiting like this. The official opening time of your new martial arts gym is 11 o'clock. It's already 10:30. If you don't start now, you will have to admit defeat. Upon hearing this, Chu Daji became anxious instantly. He quickly asked, Master Luo, what should I do? Luo Cheng frowned and said, we can't delay it any longer, let's start first. Chu Daji said, then who will go up and fight the Tu Lily? Luo Cheng looked at the apprentices behind him and asked, which of you is willing to come out and challenge? After hearing this, all the apprentices hesitated. Tu Lily was in the mortal martial realm. How could they, warriors who had not even entered the realm, be his opponents? Aren't you seeking death if you go up there? At this time, Su Shengyan stood up and said, Master Luo, I am willing to fight for the martial arts school. Seeing Su Shengyan stand up, Luo Cheng and Chu Daji were very moved. Knowing that your opponent is so strong, yet you still dare to challenge him. Such courage is truly rare. Katsuo. Then it's up to you. Luo Cheng said to her. Su Shengyan nodded, then jumped directly onto the ring. Waited for so long. It's finally starting. Seeing someone come on stage, the atmosphere at the scene instantly lit up. Tu Hongfei knew that Luo Cheng was stalling for time, but he didn't say much. Luo Cheng is a senior, so he still has to give him the face he deserves. Tu Hongfei said to Tu Lily. Lily, be gentle. Kicking is not a life or death battle, and you must not hurt anyone's life. I know. Tu Lily chuckled disdainfully, not taking Su Shengyan seriously at all. Start. As the sound rang out, Su Shengyan took out his horizontal knife, unleashed all his strength, and slashed at the opponent. Hiss. The sword slashed horizontally, making a sound of tearing the air. Tu Lily didn't dodge at all, she just stood there quietly. Just when the horizontal knife was about to hit her, she suddenly stretched out 2 fingers and directly clamped Su Shengyan's horizontal knife. With a slight flick, the horizontal knife in Su Shengyan's hand was thrown out and inserted into the wall. Su Shengyan was shocked as he lost his weapon. The opponent doesn't look much older than me, but his realm is actually so much stronger. Tu Lily suddenly launched a palm, and Su Shengyan, who had no weapon, could only block it with his hands. But where he could block it, the whole person was directly thrown away by the palm and hit the pillar outside the ring. Boring. Tu Lily snorted disdainfully. Fortunately, she didn't hit hard, just slapped her lightly. If that palm had used its full strength, Su Shengyan would have died by now. Shengyan, are you okay? Luo Cheng looked at Su Shengyan worriedly. Su Shengyan's face turned pale. I'm fine, I'm sorry, Master Luo. Luo Cheng said. You don't need to apologize, you have done your best. At this time, Tu Hongfei stood up and said with a proud smile, Master Luo, do you want to continue the competition? You have also seen Lily's realm. It is not comparable to these ordinary disciples. Everyone's time is valuable. If Lu Zhen doesn't come out, you should just admit defeat. Stop wasting everyone's time. Luo Cheng looked ugly. He looked at the crowd, but still couldn't find Lu Zhen. Just when he didn't know how to answer, Chu Fugi stood up again. I'll do it. Chu Fugi jumped onto the ring without hesitation. Son, don't force yourself. Chu Daji said worriedly. Chu Fugi said, I have been preparing for so many years to get here today, how could I be willing to let the new martial arts gym close like this? Although the new martial arts school was invested by Chu Daji, Chu Fugi, as his son, was also sponsored by him. If his own business were to close down like this, he would be very distressed. Good son, come on. Be careful. Don't get beaten to death. Chu Daji said with pride. Chu Fugi made an okay gesture. Start. As the sound of beginning sounded, Chu Fugi took out his weapon and took a defensive stance. He looked at the other person and smiled. Hello, my name is Chu Fugi, Fugi's Fu, Fugi's Gui. Your name is Tu Lily. It's an honor to fight you. I've heard of you a long time ago. I have admired you for a long time, but unfortunately, I am just an ordinary person. Except for having a little money, he is good for nothing. After Chu Fugi came to power, he did not start fighting, but kept talking. It doesn't matter whether the other party understands or not, he just talks nonsense when he opens his mouth. Is this guy's mouth a machine gun? Can you say that? Tu Lily was stunned for a moment and forgot about the battle for a while. Seeing this scene, Tu Hongfei instantly saw Chu Fugi's plan. He immediately said, Lily, ignore him, he is stalling for time. Resolve it as soon as possible. Tu Lily reacted instantly, and she couldn't help but chuckle. How dare you, Chu Fugi, to trick me? Then don't blame me. The words fell. Tu Lily rushed towards Chu Fugi and slapped him. So fast. Chu Fugi was shocked and wanted to defend himself, but it was too late. Puff. With one palm, Chu Fugi and his company were knocked off the ring with their weapons. Ah! Chu Fugi hit the ground and made a sound of pain. Son, are you okay? Chu Daji helped him up distressedly. It was hit so hard, do you think I'm okay? Chu Fugi said with a painful expression. Looking at them, Tu Hongfei stood up again. Master Luo, you are a senior, and I respect you very much. You want to open a new martial arts school, I will accompany you. Your people didn't arrive, so you asked me to wait, and I did. I've already given you enough face. I hope you can give me some face too. Stop delaying. These apprentices of yours cannot be Lily's opponents. If Lu Zhen doesn't come again, just admit defeat. Stop wasting everyone's time. With Tu Hongfei taking the lead, other martial arts gym owners immediately followed suit. That is, just admit defeat. I think that Lu Zhen is afraid that he won't be able to defeat Lily and will feel embarrassed, so he doesn't dare to show his face. Otherwise, why haven't you dared to show up until now? Stop delaying, admit defeat quickly. I'm spending millions every minute, wasting my time here with you, can you afford to pay for it? The old martial arts school had the upper hand. They were very proud and spoke very arrogantly. When some of the onlookers saw this scene, they couldn't help but be moved by them. Isn't it said that Lu Zhen has reached the mortal martial realm? Or is he at the double fifth level? You don't dare to accept this challenge. I think it's 80% fake. Otherwise, why is there no video to prove it? It's true that he is called a hero, but he is only a 15-year-old boy. If you think about it, you will know how it is possible for him to reach that level at that age. I think this is false news spread by Chu Daji specifically to hype up the new martial arts school. Who knew that Director Tu suddenly called Tu Lily back? They must know that Lu Zhen is no match for Tu Lily, so they don't dare to let him appear for fear that their lies will be exposed. Yes, that must be the case. These dog traders are so insidious. They will say anything to make money. Facing the pointing fingers from the surrounding audience, everyone in the new martial arts hall looked ugly. They had thought about countless outcomes, but they just didn't expect it would be like this. Can't you contact Lu Zhen yet? Luo Cheng asked again. Can't reach you. Chu Fugi Yaoyao said. What can we do? Luo Cheng looked ugly. Hey. Chu Daji sighed and said, that's it. It seems that the new martial arts school has no chance. God is destined to prevent him from driving. Master Luo, admit defeat. Chu Daji looked ugly and felt depressed. Boss Chu. Why? Luo Cheng wanted to say something else, but couldn't, so he could only sigh helplessly. In the current situation, continuing to delay will only make people look down upon it even more. That's it. Luo Cheng sighed, stood up straight, and walked toward the crowd. He raised his hands and looked at everyone, and said, Sorry everyone, I kept you waiting for so long. After decision, this martial arts school officially announces. Etc. Just when Luo Cheng was about to admit defeat, a familiar figure appeared at the door. Lu Zhen held onto the wall with one hand and breathed heavily. Finally caught up. It's Lu Zhen is here. Seeing the visitor, everyone in the new martial arts hall became excited as if they had seen the savior. You're finally here, why are you so tired? Luo Cheng walked up to Lu Zhen and couldn't help but ask. I'm sorry, Master Luo, something happened at home, so I kept you waiting for a long time. Lu Zhen said with an apologetic look. Grandma suddenly became ill. Fortunately, she was sent to the hospital in time. After all-round treatment by doctors, her condition finally stabilized. After his condition stabilized, Lu Zhen rushed over immediately. However, the distance between the hospital and the new martial arts school was relatively long. Even if Lu Zhen rushed at full speed, he would still be a few hours late. It's okay, as long as people are here. Luo Cheng had no intention of blaming Lu Zhen. During the period of contact with Lu Zhen, he had a relatively good understanding of Lu Zhen's personality. If nothing urgent happened, Lu Zhen would never be late for no reason. Chu Fugi came over and asked curiously, I called you so many times, why didn't you answer it? Is there any accident on the road? There was an accident, but it was not on the road, but at home. Lu Zhen said apologetically. I'm sorry, Brother Chu, the situation was urgent and I didn't bring my mobile phone. Chu Fugi smiled. It's okay, I hope I can get here in time. If you are 2 minutes late, we will close. Sorry. Lu Zhen continued to apologize. This time it was indeed his fault. Luo Cheng said. Let's go, we are all waiting for you. Luo Cheng led Lu Zhen inside. Seeing Lu Zhen, Tu Hongfei smiled and said, Lu Zhen, you are finally here. I thought you were too afraid to challenge. Lu Zhen said. Sorry everyone, I kept you waiting for so long. Tu Hongfei said. Looking at how tired you are, why don't you take a break first to catch your breath? Lest people say that we took advantage of others' danger and won without using force. Lu Zhen shook his head slightly and said, no need. I've made you wait for so long, how can I still have the nerve to keep you waiting? After saying that, Lu Zhen jumped directly onto the ring. Seeing this, Tu Hongfei chuckled. Well, since you said so. What else can I say? Tu Hongfei looked at his daughter and said, Lily, be careful, don't underestimate the enemy. Tu Lily nodded to express her understanding. With the appearance of Lu Zhen, the atmosphere instantly became exciting. The long-awaited session was finally about to begin. Everyone focused their attention on the ring. Start. As the sound sounded, the battle officially began. Lu Zhen stood there without making any move, just watching the other person quietly. Tu Lily saw this and asked curiously, where is your weapon? Lu Zhen said, I'm not used to using weapons, I like to use fists. What a coincidence. Tu Lily chuckled. I also like to use my fists. After saying that, Tu Lily's eyes changed and she rushed towards Lu Zhen. Since Lu Zhen doesn't take the initiative to attack, she will attack. Tu Lily was very fast and arrived in front of Lu Zhen in an instant. She punched Lu Zhen without hesitation. Lu Zhen immediately raised his hand to resist. Puff. This punch directly knocked Lu Zhen back several meters. It is indeed the 5th level of martial arts and the 5th level of body skills. With just this punch, Lu Zhen had already seen the opponent's strength. Tu Lily's mental strength is not yet known, but her martial arts and body skills are both at the 5th level, and she is still at the 16.7 level of mortal martial arts. The realm is several levels higher than mine. You can actually block my attack easily. It seems that you are indeed at the 5th Dan level as rumored. Then I won't show any mercy. Tu Lily's eyes were sharp. I saw her clenching her fists, with white mist covering them. The next second, a punch came out. A strong fist blast hit Lu Zhen. Lu Zhen saw the power of this punch. He did not continue to resist, but turned sideways and easily dodged it. The fist hit the wall not far behind Lu Zhen, leaving a deep fist mark. Seeing this, everyone watching the battle couldn't help but marvel. Ling Feng's boxing is really fierce. It's obviously just a boxing style, but its power is so scary. If this punch hits a person, he or she will be dead or disabled. Looking at the deep fist mark on the wall, everyone shuddered in their hearts. Then, Tu Lily punched Lu Jen again. The punch was still fierce. Lu Jen did not resist, but just dodged it. You're pretty good at hiding. Let's see how long you can hide. Tu Lily sneered. Then he used both fists together, and countless punches were fired at Lu Jen like machine guns. Bang! 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 Lu Jen still kept dodging. It's a pity that the wall behind him was torn into pieces by these punches, and the entire wall collapsed. Tu Lily kept throwing punches, while Lu Jen also kept dodging. But Lu Jen's figure was slowly pushed into a corner by these punches. There is a flaw. Tu Lily narrowed her eyes and appeared behind Lu Jen instantly. She punched Lu Jen with all her strength without mercy. Oops. Seeing this scene, the hearts of everyone watching were instantly lifted. Lu Jen has been forced into a corner, and he may not be able to dodge this punch. Even if Lu Jen blocked the punch, he would still fall off the ring due to the terrain. It's over. Tu Lily had a winner's smile on her face. She knew that Lu Jen was also in the 5th stage of movement, and if she wanted to confront him head-on, she might have to fight for a long time. So, she thought of a way to force Lu Jen into a corner so that he had nowhere to hide, and then shoot him down, and the battle would be won. Tu Lily punched out, but what she didn't expect was Lu Jen actually didn't resist, but just watched the punch hit him. Tu Lily thought Lu Jen had given up resistance, so she attacked Lu Jen mercilessly. And when her fist hit Lu Jen, it passed directly through him, as if it had hit the air. What? Tu Lily was shocked on the spot. Her fist was embedded in Lu Jen's body, but she couldn't feel it at all. This is illusion. Tu Lily recognized at a glance that the body he hit was fake. Since it is an illusion, the true form must be hiding somewhere else. Just when Tu Lily wanted to turn around and look for her true body, Lu Jen, the illusionist in front of her, punched him. Tu Lily subconsciously felt that this was an illusion and not real, so she ignored it. Never thought. Puff. Lu Jen's punch hit her directly in the face. What? Tu Lily was shocked. Isn't this an illusion? How can you still hit someone? Tu Lily's whole body was thrown away by this punch. Fortunately, the power of this punch was not very strong. She immediately adjusted her condition and put on a defensive posture. When she recovered, a scene appeared in front of him that shocked him. She saw Tu Lu Jen standing in front of her. No matter the clothes, hair, smell, etc., they are almost exactly the same. I can't tell which one is true and which one is false. This. Tu Lu Jen. Are my eyes blurred? Tu Lily's eyes widened, filled with disbelief. There are actually 2 Lu Jens. The scene on the ring shocked everyone watching. This scene was completely beyond their understanding. Only Luo Cheng could not help but raise the corners of his mouth slightly when he saw this scene. What kind of move is this? Is it an illusion? If it's an illusion, why can the phantom attack people? Tu Hongfei looked shocked and looked at the scene on the ring in disbelief. And when he saw Luo Cheng's expression, he suddenly thought of something. Could it be? Is this the shadowless technique? Tu Hongfei had only heard of the name shadowless technique, but had never seen it personally. He only knew that shadowless technique was a powerful martial art, but he really didn't know what type it was. Master Luo, is Lu Jen's move really the shadowless technique? Chu Fugi asked Luo Cheng beside him. Others also looked at Luo Cheng with doubtful eyes. Luo Cheng nodded. Yes, it's the shadowless technique. Tu Hongfei was shocked when he heard Luo Cheng admit it personally. Isn't it said that the shadowless technique is difficult to learn? How did you learn it so quickly? Although Tu Hongfei has never seen what shadowless technique looks like, he has also heard of it. This is a very difficult move to learn, and you won't be able to learn it in just a few years. Lu Jen and Luo Cheng have known each other for less than a month, right? Even if he was taught this skill as soon as they met, he wouldn't be able to get started so quickly, right? At this moment, Tu Hongfei frowned and had a bad feeling in his heart. He shouted to Tu Lily on the stage, Lily, deal with it with all your strength, there is no need to hold back. Tu Lily nodded, even if Tu Hongfei didn't say it, she knew. She looked at the Tu Lu Jen opposite and sneered. Is this the shadowless technique? What a magical skill. I'm going to use my full strength. Tu Lily clenched her fists and her eyes became cold. Broken Flow Wind Heart Fist. Tu Lily shouted loudly, attacked Lu Zhen fiercely, and rushed in front of Lu Zhen in an instant. The punch was thrown out, both in speed and strength, much more powerful than before. But she doesn't seem to realize the true power of Shadowless technique. She punched out, but it still hit the illusion. This one is fake, then the other one is real. After discovering that it was an illusion, Tu Lily instantly turned around and punched the other one again. Unexpectedly, this punch was still empty. Both are illusions. How is this possible? Tu Lily looked shocked and in disbelief. In her opinion, if one of the two Lu Zhen is an illusion, then the other must be real. But she couldn't figure out how it could be possible that both were illusions when both of them were clearly attacking. Under the ring, Tu Hongfei looked at this scene, his face changed drastically, and he felt something bad in his heart. This shadowless technique is indeed not as simple as an illusion. Now we're in trouble. In the arena, Tu Lily frowned, realizing that the situation had become difficult. If it's just a pure illusion, then just find the main body to attack. But if they are all illusions, which one should be attacked? For a moment, Tu Lily didn't know what to do. Do you feel confused? It's okay to be confused. Lu Zhen looked at him and smiled. It was the first time he saw this situation and he was confused. Since you don't attack, it's your turn. The two Lu Zhen's eyes changed and they rushed towards Tu Lily. Tu Lily couldn't tell which of the two was real and which was fake, so she could only defend passively. Seeing the Lu Zhen in front of him punch him, he subconsciously raised his hand to block it. But I didn't expect that this Lu Zhen was fake. But the real Lu Zhen had already appeared behind her and punched her in the back. Puff! This punch directly knocked Tu Lily away. After Tu Lily rolled on the ground a few times, she quickly got up and put on a defensive posture again. And the two Lu Zhens had already rushed towards her again. Punch me! Lu Zhen shouted loudly and punched Tu Lily fiercely. Tu Lily resisted again. This punch was still an illusion. I still want to do this. With the experience from last time, Tu Lily suddenly turned around and punched Lu Zhen behind her. Unexpectedly, Lu Zhen behind him was also an illusionist. And Lu Zhen, who was just in front of him and was regarded as an illusion by him, punched him again. The two Lu Zhen's flanking attacks were so fierce that even Tu Lily's fifth stage body skills could not react. He was directly played crazy by these two Lu Zhen. Lu Zhen didn't show any pity for her, and punched Tu Lily until her nose was bruised and her face was swollen. The originally delicate face was now almost as swollen as a pig's head. Ah! Which one is real? Tu Lily roared crazily, and her mentality could no longer hold back at this moment. This is not a fight at all, this is clearly an all-round play by the opponent. You can't hit him at all, you can only be beaten violently by him. True or false, is this the power of shadowless technique? It's so sweaty. Watching Tu Lily being played crazily by Lu Zhen on the ring. At this moment, everyone watching the battle finally saw the truly terrifying aspect of shadowless technique. His strength does not lie in his lethality, but in confusing his opponents so that they cannot distinguish between true and false. How could there be such disgusting martial arts? Tu Hongfei's face was extremely ugly. Before the battle started, he had already guessed that the shadowless technique would be very troublesome. But he didn't expect that the real shadowless technique was more troublesome than he imagined. As long as Lu Zhen's true identity cannot be found, it is absolutely impossible for his daughter to win. In the arena, Tu Lily looked ugly and was covered in wounds. On the other hand, Lu Junfeng still looked calm. Lu Zhen said calmly, admit defeat. Although your life level is higher than mine. But as long as you can't find my true identity, you can't defeat me. When he first discovered that the opponent's life level was higher than his own, Lu Zhen was still thinking about whether to use the Kaio fist. However, when he used the shadowless technique, he found that this move alone was already difficult for Tu Lily to deal with, and there was no need to use other martial arts. At the same time, he finally felt the power of this move. No wonder Luo Cheng was able to defend the city by himself with the strength of the peak of the extreme martial arts realm, so that the foreigners did not dare to step across the thunder pool. Even though she was only a clone, Tu Lily, who was in a higher realm than herself, was already unable to resist. Luo Cheng can transform into 8 clones, who can withstand this? Lu Zhen looked at Tu Lily and said, admit defeat. You've already suffered enough injuries. There's no need to keep holding on. You can't win. Admit defeat. Tu Lily chuckled. Even if I, Tu Lily, die in this arena, I will not admit defeat. After saying that, Tu Lily burst out with all her strength and speed again and rushed towards Lu Zhen. This attack has become without any structure at all, and she has been blinded by anger. Then you can't blame me. Lu Zhen shook his head helplessly. He has given her a chance, and since she doesn't cherish it, he can only be cruel. Tu Lily punched out, but it still hit the illusion. Before she could react, Lu Zhen had already appeared behind her. Aiming at her back, Lu Zhen came up and kicked her. This kick directly kicked Tu Lily away, and she still wanted to stop her body. Unexpectedly, Lu Zhen didn't give her a chance to react, and the two, Lu Zhen, took action together. Puff! Tu Lily flew out directly. It didn't stop until it hit the wall outside the ring. Tu Lily herself also fainted. Lily. Tu Hongfei rushed to Tu Lily in an instant and picked her up. Lily, how are you? Tu Hongfei's eyes were red and he was filled with grief when he saw that his daughter was covered in injuries. Fortunately, there were medical personnel at the scene. After examination, they found that nothing was wrong. He was just injured too seriously and fainted. Lu Zhen. It's just a discussion. You are too harsh. Is it necessary to beat people like this? Tu Hongfei pointed at Lu Zhen and asked angrily loudly. The aura of the ultimate warrior on his body was released unabashedly. The pressure of that aura made Lu Zhen feel a little uncomfortable. He was just an ordinary warrior and could not withstand the pressure of Tu Hongfei's extreme martial arts realm. Just then, a stronger pressure from the extreme martial realm overwhelmed Tu Hongfei's momentum. Master Tu. What do you want to do? Are you questioning Lu Zhen? Luo Cheng looked at Tu Hongfei coldly, and the peak of the extreme martial arts realm in him exploded. Luo Cheng and Tu Hongfei are both in the extreme martial arts realm, but Tu Hongfei is only in the ordinary extreme martial arts realm, while Luo Cheng is at the peak of the extreme martial arts realm. Tu Hongfei's pressure was no match for Luo Cheng. He knew that he had lost his composure, so he quickly put away his momentum and became much calmer. Master Luo, we'll wait until you agree. Isn't Lu Zhen from your martial arts school going too far? Look at what my daughter was beaten into. Tu Hongfei asked with a dark face. Luo Cheng said, it is inevitable to get injured during martial arts competitions. What's more, Lu Zhen has reminded you many times to let your daughter admit defeat. It was your daughter who always refused, so Lu Zhen was cruel. As the master of the martial arts gym, Tu Hongfei naturally knows this truth. But knowing it doesn't mean you can accept it. No one else could bear it if his own daughter was beaten like this. Tu Hongfei said unwillingly, but this is too cruel. People have fainted, so you have to give some explanation. Explain. Luo Cheng sneered, and the aura of his peak martial arts realm exploded again, directly suppressing Tu Hongfei's breath. How about this explanation? Tu Hongfei felt extremely uncomfortable and quickly raised his hand to signal Luo Cheng to stop. Tu Hongfei's face turned pale, and he immediately raised his hands to show weakness. I'm rude, please forgive me, Master Luo. We lost this time in the competition. Luo Cheng said coldly, you should be glad that this is just a discussion. If it were on a real battlefield, your daughter would have died countless times. You still have the nerve to ask me for an explanation. Luo Cheng is a person who has actually been on the battlefield. The bloodiness and ferocity in his bones are beyond the comparison of ordinary warriors. Although he looks like an ordinary middle-aged man on weekdays, once he gets violent, most people can't handle it. Tu Hongfei knew that the other party was not easy to mess with, so he quickly handed over his hands and said, Senior Luo said so. It's me, Meng Lang. Let's leave now. I'm sorry for causing you so much trouble today. He will definitely come to your door with gifts to apologize. After Tu Hongfei finished speaking, he took his people and ran away without waiting for the other party to reply. Some of the onlookers couldn't help but be surprised when they saw this scene. Tu Hongfei has been in Junhai City for so many years, and this is the first time he has seen him in such a mess. At the same time, their views on this new martial arts school have also changed. I'm afraid this new martial arts school is not easy to mess with. After Tu Hong flew away, Luo Cheng's originally indifferent face suddenly changed. He cupped his hands and smiled at everyone. Sorry to make you laugh. You all have seen the result just now. The master of Lingfeng Martial Arts School has personally admitted defeat. In other words, they have recognized our Chu family martial arts school. According to the rules, the establishment of a new martial arts gym requires the approval of the old martial arts gym. I wonder if any of the martial arts colleagues present here want to continue playing in the gym. If anyone still wants to join the gym, our Chu family martial arts gym is happy to accompany you. No one in the audience spoke. Even a warrior like Tu Lily is no match for Lu Zhen, who would dare to kick the gym. Seeing that no one came forward, Luo Cheng continued to laugh. Since no one wants to continue playing in the gym, it means that Chu's martial arts gym has been recognized by colleagues from other martial arts gyms in Junhai City. I declare, Chu's martial arts school is officially opened. As Luo Cheng's words fell, the ceremonial team that had been prepared began to play music. Firecrackers sounded in unison and fireworks flew. Congratulations. Happy opening. It's a little careless and disrespectful. Everyone who was still watching also took out the gifts they had prepared long ago. The reason why I didn't send it directly at the beginning was because I was waiting to see the result of playing. If the kickout is successful, the new martial arts gym won't be able to open, so there is no need to give this gift. But now that the kickoff has failed, the new martial arts gym has officially opened. There is no need to hide the gifts you brought. After the new martial arts gym opened, it recruited another 100 apprentices, and the tuition fees were terrifyingly expensive. But people are still flocking to it, and the 100 places are filled instantly. They all saw that the strength of Luo Cheng and Lu Zhen was not even a little stronger than that of Lingfeng Martial Arts School. Joining the new martial arts school definitely has a better future than joining the Lingfeng Martial Arts School. The new martial arts school is very busy. After playing in the gym, Lu Zhen had nothing to do. He just found a corner and sat down. Rushing from the hospital to the new martial arts gym took a lot of energy, and fighting Tu Lily also took a lot of mental energy. Even though he looked like he was fine now, he was already very tired. At this time, a familiar figure walked up to him. Principal Wang, you are here. Seeing the visitor, Lu Zhen smiled. Wang Desheng said, for such a big event as the opening of the new martial arts gym, I will definitely come. I also saw the fight between you and Tu Lily. With your current strength, you can definitely enter the martial arts trial camp. Martial arts trial camp? Lu Zhen asked curiously. What is this? Wang Desheng said. Martial arts trial camp, a nationwide martial arts trial. Only those who win the high school Budokai individual competition can participate. Admissions teachers from top martial arts universities across the country will go there to observe in person. During the trial camp, they will observe the performance of each warrior, and those who perform well will receive their letters of recommendation. You don't need to go to high school or take the college entrance examination, you can go directly to college. You can understand that the martial arts training camp is a battle for quotas. Besides the martial arts college entrance examination, it is another way to enter a top martial arts university. Wang Desheng sat next to Lu Zhen and said seriously. With your current strength, continuing to go to high school is a waste of time. Our Shuijing High School can't teach you anything. Only going to a martial arts university will help you grow. Lu Zhen nodded. I understand. Wang Desheng said. There are only a few days left before the opening of the martial arts trial camp, so take a good rest during this time. You can also go back to school if you have time. After the martial arts trial camp is over, you will be a college student. Cultivation during college will be much busier than during high school. If I want to go back to school again, I'm afraid I won't have the time. I will. Lu Zhen nodded. Although he has only been in Shuijing High School for a few months, he has already had feelings for it. Especially Wang Desheng. When he was in the most difficult situation and needed money the most, it was Wang Desheng who helped him without hesitation. I can't grow up so fast without his help. Luo Cheng and Chu Daji are warmly receiving everyone who comes to congratulate them. At this time, a strange face came to them. He was an ordinary middle-aged man, not tall, wearing a pair of old-fashioned gold-rimmed glasses and a cheap white shirt. He looked like a teacher from Xiao Middle School. Who are you? Chu Daji looked at this person strangely. Those who came to congratulate were all wealthy and powerful local figures in Junhai City, and Chu Daji knew them all. But this was the first time Chu Daji saw this ordinary middle-aged man. Luo Cheng on the side glanced at the man and was instantly shocked. Gui Wu. Why is it you? Luo Cheng looked at the middle-aged man in surprise. Chu Daji asked curiously. Master Luo, do you know him? Luo Cheng nodded excitedly. More than just knowing each other, we are old comrades in arms for many years. Old comrade in arms. Chu Daji was shocked. Luo Cheng was a big shot in the army back then. To be his comrade in arms, he seemed to be no ordinary person. Gui Wu looked at Luo Cheng and smiled and said, Lao Luo, I haven't seen you for many years, you have changed a lot. Luo Cheng complained. You didn't tell me in advance when you came, you scared me. Luo Cheng put his arm around Gui Wu's shoulders and said to Chu Daji, Boss Chu, I'll leave this to you. My old friend and I have something to talk about. Okay, you guys are busy. Chu Daji nodded knowingly. Then, Luo Cheng took Gui Wu to the office. Luo Cheng personally poured a cup of tea for Gui Wu and said curiously, You fool, there's been no news for so many years. I thought that after you became the leader of the guards, you forgot about me, my old brother. Why do you suddenly want to see me today? After Gui Wu took a sip of tea, he smiled and said, You also know that it is not easy to be the guards of a single leader. On call 24 hours a day, without even a day off. I would like to see you, but I don't have time. Luo Cheng said. Then why do you have time today? Is it possible that he came with a mission? Gui Wu smiled and said, You really got it right. I did come with a mission this time. I just took this opportunity to see you. You are still a hero back then. Even if your strength cannot continue to advance, you are still at the peak of the extreme martial arts realm. Why did you end up working as a martial arts master after you retired from the army? Luo Cheng sighed. You think I do? The owner of this martial arts gym is called Chu Daji. His father helped me back then. I owe him a big favor. Although his father is gone, I still have to repay this favor. Gui Wu nodded. It's really hard to repay a debt of gratitude. It's a bit unfair to use your skills as a martial arts master. Luo Cheng said happily. At first, I felt a little inferior, but after coming here, I found someone suitable to inherit the shadowless technique. You also know that I have been looking for an heir for so many years and how much energy and time I spent during this period. This time I finally found a suitable one. Not to mention being a martial arts master, I would also be willing to be a martial arts apprentice. Gui Wu smiled and said, It must be Lu Zhen. I also saw his fight just now. The shadowless technique is masterfully used, no worse than yours. It's incredible to be able to perform at this level at this age. As expected of a person that Leader Shan values. Leader Shan. Luo Cheng was stunned for a moment and asked curiously, Is Leader Shan also paying attention to Lu Zhen? Gui Wu nodded. To tell you the truth, my mission this time is related to Lu Zhen. And it's a task personally assigned by Leader Shan. A mission personally assigned by Leader Shan. Luo Cheng was surprised. Is it really okay for you to tell me this? Aren't you afraid that the mission will be leaked? Gui Wu smiled and said, Look, I scared you. There is no need to keep this mission a secret. It's okay if you find out. Luo Cheng asked curiously. You should have reached the nuclear weapons realm now, right? What exactly is the mission? I actually want you to execute it personally. Let alone Daxia, nuclear weapons are the core combat power of Blue Star and Seven-Star civilization. Such strong men are usually generals who guard other worlds and rarely do other tasks. It's probably not an easy task for Gui Wu, a strong man in the nuclear weapons realm, to personally carry out. Gui Wu said, My mission is to protect Lu Zhen 24 hours a day and prevent aliens from assassinating him. Hearing this, Luo Cheng was shocked. Is it true? How can Lu Zhen make Leader Shan take him so seriously? Actually, you, a general of the guards, are sent out as a personal bodyguard. Gui Wu smiled and said, Leader Shan has been paying attention to Lu Zhen's every move since the Haiyu tribe invaded Junhai City. Lu Zhen's growth rate also makes Leader Shan incredible. You may not know that Lu Zhen was only at level 8.0 a few months ago, but now he is at level 13.1 of the mortal martial realm. His martial arts level was only at the second level a few months ago, but now it has broken through the 5th level, and his martial arts, body, technique and spirit are at the 3rd and 5th levels. There's been so much growth in just a few months. There is no other talent like this in the entire 7-star civilization. Are you kidding me? How could Lu Zhen, with such a perverted talent, be only level 8.0 a few months ago? Luo Cheng felt incredible. Gui Wu looked strange and said, "You taught him the shadowless technique. Don't you know his previous situation?" Luo Cheng shook his head. "I did check his previous information, but the query system was abnormal and I couldn't find any information related to him at all." Gui Wu smiled and said, "That's because you checked late. Leader Shan personally issued an order to block all information related to Lu Zhen. Except for the highest level executives who can check it, no one else can check it at all. Even I can't find it. If Leader Shan hadn't told me personally, I wouldn't have known there was such a thing. But this also proves in disguise Lu Zhen's importance in the eyes of senior officials. My task this time is very difficult. Thanks for watching.